And now, the Corry Federal Credit Union presents Clymer Sherman Panama Wolfpack Football play-by-play on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream at channel989.org. This broadcast is brought to you by the Corry Federal Credit Union, Lictus Oil Propane, Meerhoffs Furniture and Appliance, Jim's Automotive, Flicks Heating and Plumbing and Air Conditioning, and Daniels Electric, Necker's General Store, the Cornerstone Restaurant, Caflisch Pallet and Wood Services, Sherman Country General Store, Triple E Manufacturing, Tina Dill's Real Estate Agent, Crotty Chevrolet, Utegg's Body Shop, Countertop Solutions, J. Edwards Insurance. And now the Corry Federal Credit Union pregame show.
Welcome into the 98.9 Sports Stream here in South Dayton, New York. Here at Pine Valley Central School for today's New York State Section 6 high school football game between the Gowanda Pine Valley Panthers and your Clymer Sherman Panama Wolfpack. If you go back to the 1980s, one of the most dominant teams in Western New York was the purple and white of the Pine Valley Panthers, winning the league from 82 to 89, and then again in 94 and 95. The Panthers were the king of small school football. Time has passed, and the small schools have begun to struggle year after year with fielding teams. So this has led to the co-op programs existing in Western New York and across the state, and really across the country. In 2015, both of these programs formed co-ops, Gowanda and Pine Valley, as well as Clymer Sherman and Panama. In the 10 years since these co-ops were formed, the two teams have not always been in the same classification, with Gowanda Pine Valley playing in the C until 2021. The Panthers, since they began their co-op in 2015, are 25-49. While CSP is 68-23 in the same time frame. So that sets the stage for tonight's action here in Pine Valley. I'm Josh Hosier.
And this is Doc Doink.
And we're happy you joined us for this 98.9 Sports Stream broadcast of this Section 6 Class D matchup between two 1-1 teams. And we're going to get into a look at last week and what happened with both these teams last week. We're going to go to the coach's corner and talk with Coach Ty Harper. All that coming up during this pregame show as we get closer to Lictus Oil and Propane kickoff. Doc, first time having you with us this year. Happy to have you here.
Well, I'm really looking forward to it, Josh. Sorry I missed the first two games, but life gets in the way sometimes, and I'm really excited to be back. I think we have a really this year, going to be really strong in the D's. You know, obviously Waverly was really a strong opponent in the C's, but Randolph historically is halfway decent, and I think we're going to have a relatively easy time of it tonight. The recent word is that Gowanda Pine Valley's quarterback Capozzi is hurt and not going to play, and he was a major cog in their offense and probably one of their best, if not their best players.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have Carter Capozzi on the field. It changes the entire dynamic for Gowanda Pine Valley. He is the motor that makes it run. So that is a huge inconvenience for their program. And yes, certainly definitely going to help the CSP cause tonight. Taking a look at both these teams from last week, and we can comment more on the CSP game after, but Gowanda Pine Valley got their first win of the season. They won 46-6 over Cattaraugus Little Valley. And while that was an impressive scoring performance, Cattaraugus Little Valley hasn't won a game in 2.5 years.
Yeah, Cat Little Valley, their program is really down. It's hard to the combination of those two schools can't bring more kids out to the team, but when you're losing that many games, those bubble kids that might come out if you have a winning program don't come out when you don't. And they have a beautiful facility. I don't know if you've had a chance to get over there, Josh, or not, but that's like a Division III athletic complex, but it has done nothing in the win column for their football program.
Yeah, new head coach for them this year. They're hoping to turn the thing around, get that monkey off their shoulders. In my preseason preview of the class, I said I think that this year maybe one of those non-conference games, non-league games, they might pull one off. So kind of hoping they get one this year.
That would be wishful thinking. Maybe they'll play somebody's JV squad or something.
So we talked about Gowanda Pine Valley last week. Let's talk about CSP. A bounce-back game after the loss to Waverly in Week 1. They beat the Randolph Cardinals 48-0 in Clymer. This is the kind of win that they have never really gotten against Randolph since the program started. Every game with Randolph seems to be 24-12 or, something within a couple touchdowns. Tate Catney's 8 of 13 for 176 yards and 3 passing touchdowns, as well as 6 carries for 67 yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. He was our Crotty Chevrolet player of the game last week. but some other guys stood out as well. Colin Ryan had 8 tackles and a block punt. Carter Brink, Alex Barmore both had touchdown catches. And Colton Rhodes had 5 tackles, a sack, and at least 3 pancake blocks that I can count on film.
Wow. Randolph is really the barometer that Section 6 Class D football has been measured by over the last 10 or 15 years. And, we even go back to the Culcrick years in 99 and 2000. It was always Clymer and Randolph in that sectional final game, and recent years have been no different. I really thought that last year we were really intimidated at Randolph in the first half of the game. I thought we were a much better team, but it ended up being a 1-score difference at halftime. But then we got our sea legs about us and put the pedal to the metal and ended up having a really excellent second half and a convincing victory. And I think that was the boost to confidence that they needed to propel themselves throughout the state playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. And I think we're going to go to Coach's Corner a little bit. And Coach Harper will talk to us about how important, Randolph is as a measuring stick. He mentioned that a couple times. Mentioned it last week in Coach's Corner as well, actually. So we will go to Coach's Corner next. When we come back, we'll talk about players to watch, and we'll do the Wolfpack College check-in for our players that are currently playing college football, and then take a quick look around Class D. We are about 8.5 minutes from Lictus Oil and Propane kickoff. Here's the Coach's Corner on 98.9 Sports Stream.
Coach's Corner with CSP head coach Ty Harper is brought to you on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream by the following: Sherman Hotel, Steakhouse, and Saloon on West Main Street in Sherman. Phone 716-234-4020. Panama Pizza on Main Street in Panama. Phone 716-621-4030. Panama Auto Center on East Main Street in Panama. Phone 716-782-2110. Mosier's Carpeting on East Main Street in Clymer. MosiersCarpeting.com. Mama's Pizza on Main Street in Sherman. Phone 716-234-4014. Woods Auto Parts Napa on West Main Street in Sherman. Phone 716-761-6875. And by Lictus Oil and Propane and the Corry Federal Credit Union.
I'm Josh Hosier here with the CSP Coach's Corner with Coach Ty Harper. Ty, thanks for joining us.
Appreciate you having me.
Coach, Saturday down in Clymer, a rout of league rival Randolph, and a great performance by the Wolfpack. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity for us to get back on track after week one. We challenged our guys all week in practice last week to keep working hard and get better. And, anytime you're playing a league rival, especially a program the caliber of Randolph, you want to get out to a good start. So, scoring on the first possession, I think, was really important for us, especially after we struggled to put points on the board week one. So I was really proud of the way the guys came out and played. The score at the end of the game was probably not expected, but, I thought our guys were focused and they executed the way that we asked them to. So I think the sky's the limit for these guys. We just have to keep working hard.
Yeah, and we gave our player of the game to Tate Cadneys, as I think the Post-Journal did and everybody else. But one thing I watched in the tape when I watched it a second time was the incredible play of your offensive line. Huge upgrade from the first week where they struggled with Waverly's big defensive linemen. And one guy who stuck out to me on both sides of the ball was Colton Rhodes. Can you speak about his performance?
For sure, yeah. In terms of the offensive line on the whole, I thought they did a tremendous job, both, run blocking in and pass protection. That's why you schedule a team like Waverly. You give them an elite level to try and compete with. And I think that ultimately will make them better. And I think even, from week one to week two, you saw the difference in how they blocked. So they did a great job. Specifically, I thought Colton did an awesome job. Centers usually don't get enough credit, especially for teams that are in the shotgun quite a bit. He's been very consistent with his snaps. He's a super smart kid. He's a great leader up front for us, communicating with the other offensive linemen. And defensively, I think he had a sack and made a bunch of tackles for us as well. So, yeah, I can't say enough about Colton. He's done a great job for us, and, that line looks like it's coming together.
Absolutely. Looking ahead, Friday night, heading up to Gowanda to face the 1-1 Panthers. They looked pretty good against Cat Little Valley last week. They didn't look bad week one against Portville, honestly. And Portville seems to be a very good team this year. Thoughts going into that game, and what do you have to do to win it?
Yeah, definitely. We have to take every opponent seriously. It's a one-game season every week, and every week we have to keep getting better. Gowanda poses, a lot of different threats in terms of, how they can attack a defense. Quarterback's very talented. They like to spread it out and throw it. Like you said, I thought they did some good things against Portville week one, and I think Portville's a good team. They scored a lot of points last week against Cattaraugus Little Valley. So we're going to have to be sound in pass defense. Got to make sure that we have all the receivers accounted for. Quarterback can run a little bit too, so we have to keep him in the pocket. Offensively, we just have to keep getting better, and execute what we're asked to do. I think if we play to our potential, we'll be okay.
Great to hear. Thanks again, Coach. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you having me. Go Wolfpack.
And that was the CSP Wolfpack Coach's Corner. And great to hear from Coach Harper again this week. Thoughts on what he had to say?
Yeah, I have nothing but to say about Ty Harper and his program. The organizational nightmare that it must be for practice schedule and busing schedule, and to get the 3 athletic directors together. Coach Harper's the guy that makes the whole clock tick, and I got nothing but great things to say about what he's done for the program since he's been the head coach. So really done a nice job, and just really excited for this game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And, some things that Coach and I talked about was Carter Capozzi and, the dynamic presence he is in the backfield. But without him tonight, what I was seeing in warm-ups, looks like Jaden Fish, the sophomore, is going to start at quarterback for Gowanda Pine Valley tonight. So it'll be his first career start. And it'll be interesting to see, what he brings to the table. He's a relative unknown. But jumping to some of the players we have to watch, taking Carter Capozzi off the table for Gowanda Pine Valley, the other 2 that I highlighted were Cameron Slade at running back, who seems to get a bulk of the carries for the Panthers, and Winter Mentley-Peters at receiver, who is their leading receiver at this point in the season. And then defensively, Braden Smith and Mason Wilson seem to be their 2 tackling leaders and quarterback pressure leaders. So those 4 guys are going to be the ones that are going to try and keep the Panthers in this game with the Wolfpack.
Well, we're going to have to come up with a nickname for Winter Mentley-Peters. I don't know if I can say that 9 times fast or not, but it's such a beautiful night for a high school football game. This is a perfect place to watch a game from tonight. Beautiful rolling hills of Cattaraugus County off in the distance, and the field is in really good shape. A nice grass field. Reminds me a lot of the Clymer field. Looks like it's in really nice shape, and there's no threat of any rain, and so I don't think weather is going to be a problem.
Yeah, it's one of those classic kind of football fields that everybody kind of wants to have a story of playing on a field like this. We're lucky enough where we're from to see games on these fields all the time. Other parts of the country, this is not as common. So, turning to CSP and players to watch for CSP, obviously we can focus on the same 4 guys we do every week. Tate Katniss, Carter Brink, Alex Barmore, and Bryce Hinsdale. Again, Bryce tonight, we're on record watch for Bryce. He is exactly 1 catch away from becoming 5th place all-time in New York State in receptions. And he's exactly 10 catches away from being 4th all-time.
Wow. Well, he certainly had a great career, and I call him the fearsome foursome. And even though football and basketball are the consummate team sports, that the parts are greater than the whole, those 4 guys have played a tremendous amount of football together in the last 4 years, and certainly deserve all the accolades that they receive.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to watch the 4 of them. They definitely have that chemistry between them, so that makes it very interesting. Other guys to watch for tonight for CSP. A guy who really was just incredible last week was Andrew Spiesman on the defensive side. Tons of pressure on the quarterback. Great presence on the field, knowing where he needed to be and staying in his role, not over pursuing and things like that. Jordan Mescal on defense was also incredible. His coverage in the secondary was excellent. And then freshman Sawyer Whitney, who we talked about before we went on the air, his speed on special teams is absolutely incredible. And makes him a threat every time he touches the football.
Well, Sawyer is an excellent athlete, just a freshman. What a nice role it is for him to play, to be as athletic and as talented as he is, to be able to come in and not be expected to be the go-to guy. We have as good a skill position players as I've seen in the Ds, and for Sawyer to come in and be a part instead of the go-to guy, I think is just a great learning opportunity for him.
Absolutely. And they're getting ready to do the national anthem here. When they do, we're going to go away to commercial. We'll come right back after that and do our Wolfpack College check-in and take a look around Class D. So without further ado, we'll kick you out to some commercials here on the 98.9 Sports Stream. Thanks for joining us for Wolfpack Football.
The Corry Federal Credit Union is the platinum sponsor of CSP Wolfpack Football play-by-play coverage on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream. The Corry Federal Credit Union would like to wish the Wolfpack the best of luck this season. The Corry Federal Credit Union has been serving the community since 1958. They offer a wide range of financial and banking services for you and your business. The Corry Federal Credit Union is located at 728 Worth Street in Corry, 56 North Main Street in Union City, 350 215 Main Street in Spartanburg, and online at corryfcu.org. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks the Corry Federal Credit Union, a not-for-profit organization, for their support of CSP Wolfpack football play-by-play.
We welcome you back to Pine Valley School as we're getting ready for this Class D matchup. Next up on our list of things to get through before pregame ends and we get to the Lictus Oil and Propane kickoff is the Wolfpack College check-in. Taking a look at the two Wolfpack players who recorded stats this week in a college game. First is Micah Willink, who recorded 2 catches for 13 yards for Heidelberg in their season opener against Hiram. His next contest will be tomorrow night at 7 as they take on Ohio Northern. And reading what their coach had to say in a recent press release was that, he felt that he had some very talented receivers, several of them, and he was excited about the year to come. I think, it's cool to see a Wolfpack player getting that 10 of time, and hopefully it continues for him. The other one, kind of a little bit of a different stage, is Cam Barmore. And Cam Barmore, breaking records at Mercyhurst, who is now a Division I program. So far this season, 237 yards, 6 touchdowns, averaging 12.47 yards per catch. His Lakers will take on Montana State, the number 1 Division II team in the country, or number 2 Division II team in the country, tomorrow at 3 p.m. on ESPN+. So big game for them. Hopefully Cam has an opportunity on the big stage to make some big plays.
Well, and what nice size he has. I mean, he's just like 6'4", 225, just perfect for a college receiver.
We're going to send you the commercial once while we do the national anthem. We'll be right back.
CSP Wolfpack football coverage on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream is powered by Lictus Oil and Propane and Climber. Family-owned Lictus Oil and Propane continues to supply liquids and fluids for agriculture, industry, and homeowners. Heating oil and propane services and off-and-on diesel fuel services are also offered. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Lictus Oil and Propane for being a major sponsor of CSP Sports.
Coverage of CSP Wolfpack football is brought to you in part by Caflisch Pallet and Wood Services and Climber, a leading provider of new, heat-treated, and recycled pallets and wood services since 1993. Find them online at caflischpallet.com. Phone 716-355-4354. Caflisch Pallet and Wood Services wishes the Wolfpack the best of luck this season.
This Wolfpack broadcast is brought to you in part by Cornerstone Restaurant and Bakery at 104 East Main Street in Sherman. The Cornerstone offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and baked goods. The phone number is 716-234-4002, or find them on Facebook. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks the Cornerstone in Sherman for their support.
Wolfpack football on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is provided in part by Countertop Solutions, a proud supporter of Wolfpack athletics. Countertop Solutions wishes the Wolfpack luck in their pursuit of excellence on the field. Support for Wolfpack football coverage on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is provided in part by Crotty Chevrolet, located at 45300 Route 6 at the Y in Columbus. Crotty Chevrolet is proud to support CSP Wolfpack. Play hard, believe in yourself and each other. Vehicles are available for viewing online at crottychevy.com. Phone is 814-581-4094. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Crotty Chevrolet for their support.
Welcome you back to Pine Valley for the Section 6 Class D matchup between two 1-1 programs. Both these programs 1-0 in Class D so far this season. And real quick, while we're talking about Class D, let's take a look around the class just before we get started here. Wilson lost their second game of the season with a 26 defeat to Alden last week. They go on tonight to face Franklinville-Ellicottville, who also lost last week after leading 28-12 at halftime. They allowed Maritime Tapestry to score 20 unanswered points in the fourth quarter, and the Titans will have to travel up to Wilson tonight to try to get back on track. Doc, looks like both teams taking the field now. Looks like Gowanda is getting ready to kick off to the Wolfpack to start things off here.
Yep, and I think that Gowanda, Pine Valley, won the coin flip and deferred, so they will receive the opening kickoff of the second half. But I think that that's probably a bad choice because I'm willing to predict in about 3 minutes CSP is going to score.
Took them 57 seconds last Saturday to score on Randolph. We'll see how long it takes today.
What a beautiful night, Josh. It's just perfect.
Absolutely gorgeous night for football. Back deep for the Wolfpack is Sawyer Whitney and Cameron Enink. Onside kick attempt by Gowanda, covered quickly by the Wolfpack. And the recovery made by Jordan Mescal on that.
Yeah, I don't know if Coach Harper had a premonition that was going to happen, but it looked like we had our hands team up there on the front, and Mescal made a nice play on that onside kick, and really translates to great field position for CSP, 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line.
Yeah, let them start from the 48 is probably not the best place to get it going here. So CSP takes the field now, and they'll come out with Catney's under center. Motion from Carter Brink from right to left. They hand it off to him on a jet sweep. He's around the end, out towards the far side, breaking one tackle, breaking another. He's gone for 10 and out of bounds. They're gaining about 12 on the play down to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it's just so nice to have options at the skill positions. You can't guard and defend every single one of those guys, and Carter Brink really has quick feet, and on that jet sweep, that's just a perfect play design for his skill set.
Catney's in the shotgun now, 2 wide to both sides. And now they'll motion Hinsdale from left to right. And it's a design quarterback run right up the middle. Catney's forward for a gain of about 4 on the play. That'll be enough for a first down.
Yep, and I actually thought Carter made a first down on that previous play, but he obviously stepped out of bounds quicker than what I thought on the far sideline, but didn't take Tate long to get that first down for CSP.
Chain crew still trying to catch up as CSP is already back at the line and ready to go. Catney's again in the shotgun. There's the snap. It's a pitch to the right side, and here comes Travis Owens. He gets to the corner and runs over the first man, and he's eventually dragged down there after a gain of 3 or 4 on the play. It might be 5.
Yeah, that was a nice gain on the play. I really would have liked to have him be a little bit more patient and use the offensive lineman that he had out there. He might have scored on that play if he would have let 58 make that block.
Right back to the line. CSP gives us no time to recap. And now a motion moving both interior receivers to the left. There's the snap to Catney's. He's looking downfield. He's back to pass. Plenty of time. He now rolls to his right and fires. He has a man. It's Hinsdale down the sideline. He's loose, and he's in for the touchdown. Well, it took 1 minute and 5 seconds tonight. A little bit longer than Randolph. That is a
32-yard touchdown.
32-yard touchdown pass from Tate Catney's to Bryce Hinsdale. And Bryce just became the 5th leading reception receiver for the state of New York.
Well, it was tremendous. I can't believe that Bryce was the primary target on that play. We had tremendous pass protection that allowed T-Cat to go down to his 2nd or 3rd choice, and Bryce was open on the near sideline and scampered in very easily for the score.
Flag on the extra point, and they're going to get an encroachment on Gowanda as their entire defensive line moved.
Well, I wonder if that changes the play to go for 2.
We saw during the Randolph game, even late in the game, they were still kicking the ball, and it was really just to get the practice, I think, for the kicking team. We'll see what they do here. It looks like they're going to keep the kicking team on the field. Everyone's set. Hinsdale ready to kick. There's the snap, the hold, it's down. He gets the kick up. Sky-high kick, and it's good.
Wow, what a thump of a kick.
And it's 7-0 CSP, just like that. 1 minute and 5 seconds into this thing. And kind of as we predicted, you got to be careful with this team. They're going to start fast.
Yeah, and again, I go back to the opening toss. I mean, why give us the ball? Why not start out and see if you can work some magic on the offensive end? But Gowanda Pine Valley elected to defer. But that second half reception to start the second half is going to be a futile decision because it's going to be a lot to not much by the time that rolls around.
Absolutely, yeah. And you have to wonder right now, you're Gowanda without your star quarterback, already down 7-0, and you know that this Wolfpack defense is going to swarm on this sophomore quarterback. So what's your play call here? Are you going to run the ball a whole lot?
Yeah, anything I can do to keep the clock moving. I've often admired Pennsylvania with the mercy rule. I mean, it's only 7-0, but when you're ahead by however many points in PA, they allow that clock to run, and I just think that's a great rule that I wish New York State would implement. But the New York State officials generally do not listen to me.
Hinsdale's kickoff, and Cayenne Austin deep for Gowanda. He's forward to the 10 and up to the 20 where he's met by a host of Wolfpack players led by Jordan Mescal.
Yeah, really nice kickoff coverage. All 11 Wolfpack players maintained their own lane. There was no place for him to go, and it's going to be 1st and 10, Gowanda Pine Valley from like their own 30-yard line. It's hard to tell.
Scoreboard says the 22. I'm still waiting for the chain crew to get set.
Yeah, usually the officials are a lot more patient with the chain crew. They're still not set.
Gowanda's broke their huddle and come to the line. We're still waiting for the chain crew. Looks like it will be about the 22-yard line. And Gowanda comes out with 3 wide to the left, quarterback in the shotgun. And he sends motion from right to left. There's the snap. He's looking downfield to throw. He throws to his right. Pass is caught for a gain of about 1 on the play. Catch made by Winters Mentley Peters.
Yep, I guess we'll give them a 1-yard pass reception on every play. I guess that would translate to them punting in 2 more downs.
Yeah, and I think, the CSP secondary stayed probably 3 steps off there, and they're perfectly okay with a little dump out to the flat for a gain of 1.
Yep, keep them in front of you, avoid the big play, and I think that's a great recipe for success.
7-0 CSP, 10:44 to play in the first quarter, and here comes Gowanda Pine Valley to the line again. Again, they're actually in a pistol formation. 2 wide to the left. Motion from right to left. There's the snap, and it's a pitch to the left side. He gets past the initial burst, but Colin Ryan is there waiting for him, as is Travis Owens.
Yeah, really nice defensive play on the part of the Wolfpack. The defensive end was able to turn that play back to the inside where the pursuing linebackers were able to make the tackle for just a short gain, 2nd and 7, 3rd and 7.
And that defensive end on the play was Andrew Spiesman, one of the guys we talked about as a
Nice.
player to watch before the game started.
Nice. Every year they seem to come up with some guys from the year before, and that's part of building a program is that those sophomores and juniors see that when they get to be seniors, they're probably going to get a chance to play, and certainly has been a winning formula for Ty Harper and the Wolfpack.
3rd and 7, quarterback in the shotgun for the Panthers. Motion from left to right. 21 crosses the formation for them. He's back to pass, and there's a lot of pressure. He runs up the middle, and he's met there by a host of Wolfpack players. And they're going to blow the whistle, but Cam Barmore had him bear hugged.
Yeah, for sure. He just had no place to go. He was looking to throw the ball in the far flat, but that receiver was well covered, and he tried to go to his second choice. But by that time, the Wolfpack defense had enclosed upon him, and whether it was a sack or a short gain on the play, we're now going to see Gowanda Pine Valley's first punt of the evening.
Alex Barmore, patient at defensive end there. Just waited for the play to develop and then went to the ball. Very smart play. So back to receive for the Wolfpack is Hinsdale and Brink. And it's a low snap. It's on the ground, and the Wolfpack is there, and the punter is tackled in there by Andrew Spiesman.
Well, this game has not started the way Gowanda Pine Valley had scripted. Bad snap on that punt. Just what CSP needs is a short field, and it's going to be 1st and 10 from like the 10-yard line.
Yeah,
it might even be 1st and goal. Yeah,
Yep.
It is 1st and goal.
First
from
and
the
goal
9.
for the Wolfpack. Already up 7-0. 9:11 to play here in the first quarter. And now's when you can't let off the gas if you're the Wolfpack. You can't be nice right now. You got to get the score up first, and then you can put in your backups.
Yep, for sure. It's just important to maintain that rhythm and that momentum.
There's the snap, a handoff to Colin Ryan up the middle. He breaks 1 tackle, and then he's brought down after a short gain by Kwawi Ransom.
Well, we talked about it in the pregame about Colin Ryan. I was anticipating him to anchor that offensive line this year, but lo and behold, they decided to make a running back out of him, and a bulldozing hard runner he's turned out to be.
Yeah, he's definitely been the leading rusher for the Pack so far this year. Travis Owens takes his spot on this play. There's the snap and the handoff to Owens to the left side. He's met in the backfield and brought down for a loss on the play.
Yeah, very well defended play for Gowanda Pine Valley. They brought the outside linebacker that we failed to account for, and a big 5-yard loss on the play. Maybe not 5, but enough that it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 10.
Sophomore Jaden Fish on the tackle. He's the one playing quarterback for Gowanda tonight, so he's trying to get it done on both sides of the ball. So 3rd and 11 now for the Wolfpack, and Catney's in the shotgun. Motioning everyone around. It'll be 2 wide to both sides. There's the snap, and Catney's looking to throw.
Yeah, that's a flag on us.
He fires to the end zone, and it is caught in the end zone by Carter Brink.
Yeah, but we never were set. The wide receiver on the near side never had his one count that he had to maintain before the ball was snapped. So that was a good call on the part of the near side official, but it did negate that touchdown. But we will have 2 more plays to try to score or maybe even kick a field goal.
Yeah, and this is we've seen this a little bit with CSP, a little bit of sloppiness with all the motion and trying to get set. Saw it just a little bit last week, a little bit against Waverly. Not enough to derail the team, but certainly something that's happening. So they're gonna have to keep an eye on that as time goes on.
Yep, just a little bit of patience. Just Tate just has to have the patience to allow it. And I really can't fault the wide receiver because he had to run all the way to the near sideline. So it's just a question of being a little bit more patient and getting those opening game jitters out of the way.
So it'll be 3rd and 16 for the Wolfpack now, up 7-0 on the 16-yard line with 7:33 to play in the first quarter. They break the huddle. Catney's in the shotgun, and 3 wide to the left, and we'll see if they motion out of that. They do. Bring Brink across the formation. Catney's is back to pass. He has time. He steps up. Now he's going to run with it, and he's caught right about the line of scrimmage. He didn't get very far.
Yep, pretty well defended by Gowanda Pine Valley. He was kind of the scout to keep an eye on T-Cat, and T-Cat's a pretty good-sized quarterback. The kid made a really nice tackle, and it looks like we're lining up for Bryce Hinsdale field goal.
Yeah, Cameron Slade got in there. He's one of the guys we said that was kind of a leading tackler for this program. He stayed home, right? He didn't take off with all the motion and all the moving, and he waited for Catney's to come to him. So this will be a 25-yard field goal, we'll call it. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is going to be ruled no good. I couldn't see exactly where it was. It was pretty high. So
yep, it was plenty long enough and plenty high enough, but it had to miss the near upright. So yep, that's okay. Gowanda Pine Valley is going to have poor field position. It would have been nice to have capitalized. Is that a flag or a tee? I guess that's a tee on the field that they haven't gotten. They'll have to get that out of the way before play commences. But, yeah, Bryce got a big toe into that, but just wasn't on line. And I think that's just going to be a minor blip on the road to a big first half.
Yeah. And, I mean, this is something we saw against Waverly. We saw the Wolfpack get in the red zone and then not finish the drives. They shot themselves in the foot on this drive, so we'll see how they rebound.
No, there was a penalty on that play. It's going to be 4th down, I guess, that we're going for.
They're going for here.
Yep.
Catney's the
bubble screen.
The bubble screen to Brink, and he gets to the goal line. He was in. Touchdown, Carter Brink.
Yeah, there was. I did not see the flag. Maybe I still think that was the kicking tee that we were looking at, but obviously there was a flag on the play and gave us an extra chance, and T-Cat took advantage of that and got our second touchdown.
So Catney's second touchdown of the game. He's had 2 passing touchdowns already today. And Carter Brink, nice route there on the bubble screen, and he ran it perfectly, got right behind his other receivers to block for him, and got to the end zone.
Wow, look at that kick.
Extra point goes a mile, and it's good. Makes it 14-0 Wolfpack. We're going to send you guys to commercial. We'll be right back on the 98.9 Sports Stream.
CSP Wolfpack coverage on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream is provided in part by Steve Daniels Electric and Flicks Heating, Plumbing, and Air Conditioning, located at 147 East Main Street, Corry, PA. They offer residential and light commercial new services, as well as electrical repairs, well pumps, and water conditioning systems. Phone 814-665-6034. Online at flicksheatingplumbingandac.com. We thank Steve Daniels Electric and Flicks Heating and Plumbing for their support of Wolfpack football coverage.
Wolfpack football on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is provided in part by J. Edwards Insurance, with offices at 9 East Main Street in Panama and 800 West 3rd Street in Jamestown. J. Edwards Insurance is always available for a review of your home, auto, and business insurance.
Welcome back to Pine Valley as the Wolfpack leads 14-0 here early. 6:26 to play in the first quarter as the Wolfpack is about to kick off to Pine Valley. There's Hinsdale's boot, and angling to the left side, no one there for Pine Valley initially. Zane Rogers gets to it, breaks a few tackles before being brought down at about the 25-yard line.
Well, that's, playing with a little bit of fire. Bryce is trying to kick the ball into a soft spot on the receiving team, but a bad bounce with that oblong football could result in the ball bouncing out of bounds and a ensuing penalty, but not so. It worked out for us, and it's going to be 1st and 10, Gowanda Pine Valley.
And I may have the wrong number on that tackle, but I believe it was Gavin Burchanowski on the tackle. So you hear the Burchanowski name again as a sophomore, as he's now made his way up to the varsity level and starting to make an impact.
Yeah, very athletic family. There's a lot of athletic genes in that gene pool.
Gowanda sets up with the quarterback under center this time. 2 wide to the left. There's the snap, and it's a handoff up the middle. He gets by the first wave, but he's brought down in there by Colin Ryan.
Yeah, Colin Ryan is just really a tough, hard-nosed defender, just the heart of that defense from his linebacker position.
Gain of 4 for the Panthers on the play, so they'll get 2nd and 6. We'll call it 2nd and 6, but it's probably about 2nd and 6.5 for them. They're back in the huddle, and they're definitely slowing the tempo down, letting the clock run a little bit as we go under 6 minutes in the first quarter.
Might have been a good option to start the game. What do you think?
Yeah, they came out in the shotgun throwing with a backup quarterback.
Yeah, off an onside kick.
Absolutely. Yeah. Very, very interesting way to start against a team like this. Yeah. Gowanda back to the line now, quarterback under center. 2 running backs in the backfield.
I'll tell you, the whole quarter has been played in the right half of the field.
And it's going to be a draw play to the left side. He gets through the initial line, but he's stopped in there, and now there's a flag on the play. Tackle made by Carter Brink and Tim White. And I mentioned Tim White to you pregame. He's all over the place defensively.
I'm not sure what this flag is. It's either going to be a hold or maybe a face mask. I didn't see any preliminary mechanic on the part of the official, but he was pretty convinced that it is a face mask. Face mask on us.
I'm not sure if they got Tim White or Carter Brink on that, but I think it was one of those unintentional when you're going for the tackle and your hand just slips right past the shoulder pad.
Yeah, and I didn't see any untoward movement of the helmet on the part of the ball carrier, so I do think it was inadvertent. But the guy was pretty convinced. He threw his flag with emphasis, and that was the call. 1st and 10, Gowanda Pine Valley.
Gowanda's first down of the game comes by penalty, and it took almost 10 minutes to get it. Quarterback under center, 2 in the backfield. Hard count, but there it is, and it's a delayed handoff to the right, and he's met in the backfield and hit immediately.
Well, that second man through, the secret of the second man through is making the first man through a productive, useful play so that you have to respect the first guy. But you run the second man through, the first guy had nobody go with him, and well diagnosed by the Wolfpack defense for a 1-yard loss on the play.
Colton Rhodes and Colin Ryan called those names a bunch of times last week. They're doing it again this week.
Nice size guys, not massive guys, but they're strong and stout.
14-0 Wolfpack. It's 2nd and 11 for Gowanda at their own 33-yard line. Quarterback's under center, 2 backs in the backfield. Same formation this whole drive so far. There's the snap. He drops back to pass. He's looking. He throws it up. And he threw it about 5 yards short of the intended receiver. The intended receiver was Winter Rivera.
Well, he wanted to hold the ball for another second, but he didn't have that extra second that he needed to hold the ball as he ended up flat on his back due to a really nice pass rush from the Wolfpack defense. And that play had little to no chance. Actually, we had a better chance to intercept it than they did to receive it.
Yeah, I think if either one of the Wolfpack safeties had turned and saw that ball, they probably had a free chance at it.
Absolutely.
3rd and 11 now for Gowanda. Quarterback is in the shotgun. I guess the pistol, not a full shotgun. Waiting the snap now. 2 wide to the right. Hard count here from Gowanda. There's the snap. He looks to pass immediately on the screen play to the right. The pass is caught. Colin Ryan misses the tackle. He gets forward for 3 or 4 more yards before the rest of the Wolfpack swarm in.
Well, I tell you, as much of a staple as the bubble screen has been in the CSP Wolfpack offensive playbook, they also work against it defensively essentially every day and every week. So pretty tough to make that play work against us, particularly when we have the athletes that we have in our skill positions on defense.
Eventually the tackle was made by Dalton Richter on that play. CSP dropping back to receive the punt. Looks like it'll just be Hinsdale dropping back this time as they'll keep Brink in. Gowanda lining up in a formation that could suggest maybe a fake or something. So they're going to just keep everybody up by the line.
That would be a really bad choice.
Punt nearly blocked, but he does get it up. And Bryce will fair catch that at the 32-yard line.
Yep.
CSP will take over with
37.
a fair catch at the 32-yard line.
32.
And so CSP will take over, leading 14-0 with 3:19 to play here in the first quarter. And Gowanda has not gotten a first down on their own. They did get one via penalty from the Wolfpack on a face mask. I think total offense, they're under 20 yards total offense right now.
Yeah, that would have to be. They have not crossed the 50. That's always a landmark in my observation of football, and they haven't even been close to the 50-yard line. So it's been a lot of CSP and not much Gowanda Pine Valley so far.
CSP breaks the huddle, and Katney's under center. They fake the jet sweep, and they dive it with Colin Ryan. He's forward for 5, 10, 15, and he breaks a couple tackles, and he's all the way up past midfield to the 45 of the Panthers.
Yeah, what a solid run again. He built very low to the ground. He's hard to get a hold of, and he's a very powerful runner. Really nice hole on the part of the CSP offensive line. Terrific rushing attempt.
Gain of 20 on the play for Colin Ryan. And the Wolfpack right back to the line again. No time wasted as usual. Katney's under center. There's the snap. It's a pitch to the right side. Here's Travis Owens turning the corner, and he's tripped up after a gain of 1 or 2 on the play. Tackle made in there by number 51, Mason Wilson.
Yeah, Travis made a nice run that time. He used the block that he had available to him, translated into a nice, solid 3-yard gain on the play.
And when Travis Owens gets rumbling, you wonder who's going to step in front of that, because the guy he's a full head of steam. High snap on the shotgun snap, but he gets it out to Barmore. Barmore turns the corner. He's got a first down and more all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Well, people are going to get sick of hearing us say this, but you can't guard them all. You've got Barmore, you got Hinsdale, you got Brink, you've got Ryan. Just a ton of options for TCAT to find. You can't guard them all, and then when one of them's open, translates into a CSP first down, if not a touchdown.
Katney's in the shotgun at the 29-yard line, 3 wide to the right. High snap, and he's going to run with it. A design quarterback keeper right up the middle, and he did get hit pretty hard in there. Gain of a few on the play.
Yeah, and I do think that was a design quarterback draw. Again, it'd be nice if he was just a half a count more patient to allow the offensive line to establish their blocks. But having said that, it was still a 4-yard gain on the play, and he just has really, really nice size for a Class D quarterback.
Katney's will be in the shotgun again as CSP breaks the modified kind of half huddle that they had. Kind of a pro formation, another high snap, but Katney's gets to the ball. They let the pressure come because it's a screen pass. Off to the right side, and he breaks one tackle. He's loose. It's Colin Ryan down to the 5.
Jeez.
And he finally is brought down at the 2-yard line by number 9, and that is Winters Rivera. And that was a great tackle by Winters, save the touchdown.
Yeah, well, that was after Colin had broke about 3 one-on-one tackles. It's tough for one guy to bring him down. He's just really a low-to-the-ground, solid, hard runner.
I think on this play he's got 20 yards rushing and 25 yards receiving just by himself on this drive.
And I wanted him to be an offensive lineman. Shows you what I know.
There's the snap, a handoff up the middle. It's Travis Owens, and he plunges in for the Wolfpack touchdown.
That's Ryan again on the score.
And with that carry, Travis Owens joins the collective of Wolfpacks who have scored tonight. They now lead 20-0, and they'll get ready for the extra point attempt. Quick start for the Wolfpack, just like last week, jumping out 3 scores here in the first quarter. 1:14 remains in the first quarter.
And it could have been worse. I mean, we had that muffed snap on the punt that we failed to capitalize on. But Bryce attempting his 3rd extra point, another big foot, and it's good.
And Bryce's kick, again, beautiful, just high, just
terrific.
arching kick. They did get some good pressure on him that time, but he was able to clear it before they got to the ball. 1:14 left in the first quarter. It feels like we've already done a half a foot.
We're going to run out of stuff to talk about.
This is what they did to me last week too. Just scoring a bunch of points real fast. But the Wolfpack, they're a fast acting team. This is what they want to do. They want to jump out on somebody, get a huge lead, and then just play defense.
Well, they like to make that pace a quick pace, and they think that wears down the defense, and it probably does. But when you're as talented offensively as we appear to be, particularly against this squad, you're going to score at will anyway. So.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate for Gowanda Pine Valley. They are an up-and-coming program indeed. They've continuously got better the last couple of years. They have some great talent. But, you go without your starting quarterback tonight,
Right.
and you run into this buzzsaw.
Right. Yeah, and we did not know that. Before the game started, I was milling around in the stands, shooting the stuff with a couple people I knew, and there was number 2 walking around with just his jersey on and no pads, and that was not a good omen for Gowanda Pine Valley. And this kickoff again is really well covered, and Gowanda Pine Valley is going to start deep in their own half of the field again, and they haven't. Not only have they not sniffed the 50-yard line, I don't think they've crossed the 35.
Was Braden Smith on the kick return out, and as you said, he didn't get very far. Tackle made in there, I believe, by Tim White. Kind of hard to see. He was kind of turned away from us when I couldn't quite get the number, but that's who it looked like it was. So with 1:07 to play in the first quarter, it's 21-0 Wolfpack. Gowanda going to start in their own end here at the 12-yard line, and they break the huddle to come to the line. Quarterback in that pistol again. This is what they ran on the first possession. 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right, and a running back with him in the backfield. Motion from right to left. They'll hand it off to him. It's a sweep. He breaks 1 tackle in the backfield, and he powers forward for a first down. I believe that's going to be a first down for Pine Valley.
Yeah,
Tackle made by Dalton Richter.
Yeah, and that was a great cut on the part of the Gowanda Pine Valley running back, whether that was designed or not, but he was able to, we defensively over-pursued on the play, and the running back was able to cut back and turn that into their biggest offensive play of the night.
Andrew Spiesman stayed home at the defensive end position, stopped the play from going outside, but when the cutback happened, there was nobody left in the middle to make a play. So their first down, they're up to the 24 now as the clock is running out here on the first quarter, 35 seconds to play in the first quarter. 21-0 Wolfpack. Same formation for Gowanda, quarterback in the pistol. They seem to take their time at the line. They're not in any rush to snap the ball.
I think that's a good strategy.
And he's motioning again right to left. Gets the snap complete. He's back to throw. He pulls up and throws way over the receiver's head, 10 yards past the receiver.
Yeah, that play had no chance at all. If he was, trying to throw the ball to where he thought the receiver was, he only miscalculated by 15 yards. So,
it was definitely meant to be a timing play.
Yeah.
I think he took 2 steps backwards and 1 forward and threw the ball.
Yeah.
Jordan Mescal much closer to the ball than the receiver and probably had a better chance at it. All right, 2nd and 10 now. 7.5 seconds to play in the first quarter. Same formation for Gowanda. Quarterback calling for the ball now. There's the snap. He's looking to pass. He looks to his right side. He's got a receiver in double coverage, and it's high-pointed and intercepted by the Wolfpack. Great play made in there by, guess what, Bryce Hinsdale.
Yeah, he's terrific as a defensive back. He spent so much time perfecting his craft as a receiver to do just what you said, to high point that ball. He jumped up, and he's the only one that came down with it and made a fine interception on the play. And we have less than, I think that's 0.9 seconds left. I don't know how fine-tuned they've got that clock operator going, but this should be the last play of the first quarter.
And I understand you got to take a chance if you're Pine Valley, but throwing into double coverage when the 2 guys playing defense back there are Bryce Hinsdale and Dalton Richter, not a good option.
Well, maybe it was just as good as what a punt would have been. I guess that's one way we could have looked at it also, but I half hope that we don't score here on the last play of the first quarter.
Wolfpack in the shotgun, low snap is
Yep,
dove on
we're not
by
going to.
Tate Catneys, and he got on it back at their own 40, so they'll lose about 8 yards on the play. That'll be the end of the first quarter. We're going to send you off to commercial here on the 98.9 Sports Stream.
CSP Wolfpack football coverage is brought to you on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream by Jim's Automotive, located at 13250 Route 6 in Corry. Phone 814-664-9602. Offering a full line of auto parts, propane filling, and more. Jim's Automotive wants to wish the best of luck to the Wolfpack this season.
This broadcast of CSP Wolfpack football coverage is sponsored by Meerhoffs Furniture and Appliance, providing refrigeration, cooking, dishwashers, and laundry appliances, and furniture for bedrooms, dining rooms, living rooms, and more. Meerhoffs is located at 128 West Smith Street in Corry, and online at meerhoffs.com. Channel 98.9 Sports thanks Meerhoffs for their support.
Wolfpack football on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is provided in part by Necker's Company General Store, providing Clymer with groceries, apparel, gift items, and so much more for over 100 years. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Necker's Company General Store for their support.
Support for CSP Wolfpack football is provided by Sherman Country General Store at 177 West Main Street in Sherman, providing gasoline, groceries, and more. Phone 716-761-6181. Go Wolfpack from Sherman Country General Store.
And we welcome you back to the start of the second quarter. It's 21-0 Wolfpack, and they're already at the line of scrimmage. Big surprise there, no huddle. They're ready to go. Catney's in the shotgun. There's the snap. He's looking to throw. Looks at the crossing man. Then he's going to throw it to him. That's Barmore. Barmore back to the original line of scrimmage plus a few more. It's going to be a gain of about, well, let's call it 9 or 10 on the play for Alex Barmore, and it'll put CSP in a 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 6.
Yeah, and there's no way that he was the primary option on that play. Tate was looking left, and the receiver was covered, so he looks back right and obviously finds an open receiver for a nice gain on the play, really a nice pass reception on the part of the Wolfpack.
Right back at it. Tate in the cat in the shotgun, throws the wide receiver bubble screen over to Hinsdale, and Hinsdale forward enough for a CSP first down.
And again, that bubble screen has been a staple of our offense the past few years, and certainly is one of Bryce's go-to plays as he looks to move up on that New York State reception, all-time reception list with every reception. But 1st and 10 Wolfpack marching again.
Catney's in the shotgun. They have Bryce in motion from left to right. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. No, it's going to be a design quarterback run. He's forward for 5 and almost 10, we'll say 8 or 9 yards on the play. And he's tackled in there by number 32, and that's Damian Seeger for Gowanda.
Yeah, and that's going to be really close to the first down, depending on the spot. But I think they're going to call it 9.5 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and a half a yard.
Before the line judge could even get back into his position, CSP's on the ball, ready to go. Catney's in the shotgun. There's the snap. He's looking to throw. Plenty of time. Makes his throw, and it's just a little bit high, incomplete. Hinsdale almost had it, but couldn't quite come down with it.
Yeah, the pass was just a hair bit high. The timing of that play just didn't look real kosher to me from the get-go. But, 2nd and a half a yard, that might be time to think about throwing one into the end zone in my book. But I'm sure that they'll get the first down on this play and move on to score another touchdown.
And Catney's will go under center here on 3rd and less than a yard. There's the snap. He'll turn and hand it off, and the running back forward through the 2-hole for a gain of about 10 on the play. That's going to be, I believe, Travis Owens. Travis Owens on the carry.
Yeah, it looked like Owens. Owens is really, really a strong runner. I really like him running north and south. When he gets to moving east and west, he doesn't quite have the foot speed maybe that would be more ideal. But running north and south, he's a big, strong kid, and certainly made a great run on that play.
10 minutes to play here in the half. 21-0 Wolfpack, and they're driving again. Catney shifts under center. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to his left. He's looking to the end zone. It's up, and Carter Brink is there, and it looks like he had his hands under it. No signal yet. They're going to call it incomplete.
Wow. He thought he caught it, but maybe he's just trying to sell that catch. But
ruled an incomplete pass.
I want to watch that one again.
Yeah, me too.
I think Carter was pretty sure he had that.
Yeah, I think so too. But maybe that was a mercy call too.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Pack at their own 20, or at the Gowanda 21. We've just gone under 10 minutes to play here, and it's been, as you said, maybe a mercy call. It's been a little tough to watch from the Gowanda sideline. However, they're staying in it to this point. You gotta keep it within 30 in the first half in a game like this.
Little counter play.
Counter up the middle, and he's met by a couple Panthers at I believe the 14-yard line.
And the Wolfpack is certainly in 4-down territory here, even though it's going to be, that's a pretty generous spot on that play.
Oh, yeah.
3rd and 2.
3rd and 2 at we'll call it the 12.5-yard line. 9.5 minutes to play, 21-0. Catney's under center, 2 wide to the right, 2 backs in the backfield. And there's the handoff to Travis Owens up the middle, and he does the exact same thing as the last 3rd down. and powers forward for a Wolfpack first down,
Yeah.
being 4 or 5 on the play.
He's just so big and strong, and that when he's moving north and south like that and is able to get a 2 or 3 yard head start before he meets a defender, that first guy is not going to bring him down alone. So it's going to be first and goal, Wolfpack. Looks like the 5 or 6 yard line.
The scoreboard says 8, so
Yeah.
we'll go with that.
Okay, close enough.
Catney's in the shotgun. There's the snap. He's looking to throw, looking to his left. Now he's moving to his right. On the run, makes a throw in there, and it's incomplete. Now, pass would have been a touchdown if it had been caught, but it was dropped in there, and I'm not sure who the receiver was on that one.
Yeah, I couldn't tell either. That was really a tough throw because the pressure came up the middle and forced Tate to roll out to his right, and he threw the ball back across the middle, and that's always a tough throw. So the pass is incomplete, but we're going to have 2 more attempts before we might try to kick a field goal if we don't get the score.
Interesting stunt on the front there for the Panthers, kind of a delayed stunt to try to get some pressure up the middle.
Yeah, they need to try to do lots of things to try to upset the rhythm and the momentum of this CSP Wolfpack offense.
Catney's in the shotgun, 3 wide to the right, but Brink motions across the backfield. It's a design quarterback run, and there goes Catney's up the middle. He powers forward for, I would say, 3 yards on the play, maybe 4.
Yeah, it's just a design quarterback draw. We really like that play, and I do too. I mean, Tate just has such nice size for a Class D quarterback that, again, once he can get 2 or 3 steps of momentum behind him, the first guy is not going to bring him down, and it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 2 yard line.
3rd and goal. They got the 2 backs in the backfield. There's the snap, and it looks like Tate will take it himself. Oh, no, he did pitch it. He pitched it out at the last minute to Travis Owens, who gets in for his 2nd CSP touchdown of the game.
Yeah,
and I didn't even see the pitch. I thought Tate still had the ball.
Yeah, well, it's called a good fake.
And CSP jumps out to a 27-0 lead with 8:13 to play here in the second quarter. Travis Owens showing that he can power run, and little something different from CSP compared to last week.
Well, Bryce is lining up to try to kick his 4th consecutive extra point out of Tate's hold.
There's the snap, the hold, the kick, plenty high.
Wow.
And it's good.
He just thumps that ball. It's very cool.
He could have kicked that one from about 30 yards out. We're going to send you guys to commercial. This is the 98.9 Sports Stream.
Support for CSP Wolfpack football coverage is provided in part by Tina Dills, ERA Team VP, licensed real estate agent, serving the Wolfpack listening area and all of Chautauqua County with real estate services for buyers, sellers, vacation rentals, and all relocation needs. For more information on how to get your move going, Tina can be reached at 716-397-7790. Tina Dills and the ERA Team VP agents wish the Wolfpack the best of luck.
And welcome back out to Pine Valley Central High School, where the Wolfpack lead 28-0 with 8:13 to play here in the first half. And we're getting ready for a kickoff from the Wolfpack as they've just scored their 4th touchdown and the 2nd one in a row by Travis Owens. Bryce Hinsdale preparing to kick off. Back deep for the Panthers is Braden Smith. And there's the kick. A nice bouncer, gets right past the return man into the end zone.
Yeah, Gowanda Pine Valley is very fortunate that ball continued into the end zone. As the evening has progressed and we're starting to get some dew and moisture on the field, it would have been really easy for that kick to have nestled inside the 5 and not get to the goal line, and that's where the ball would have been, assuming that they recovered it. But a nice break for Gowanda Pine Valley. They need a little bit of help if they can get it, so it's going to be 1st and 10 from, where do they put it in high school, on the 20 or the 30?
Looks like they're spotted at the 20-yard
Yep.
line. Yep. Yeah, I think every level is different now.
Yeah,
the ball gets put at a different place.
Absolutely.
So what do you do now if you're going to Pine Valley? Continue to try to run the ball?
Yeah, I just try to take as much time off the clock as I can. Again, they're deep in their own end zone. I mean, or in their own half of the field. So a mistake down here would be critical. But, I take the clock down to less than 5 and just try to get into the locker room at halftime and reevaluate.
The dive play for the Panthers on the play plunges forward for a gain of I'm going to say 6 or 7. Colin Ryan on the tackle for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, the CSP defense has been stifling. I do not think that Gowanda Pine Valley has the time to protect their quarterback to develop any sort of productive passing game. And so that allows CSP to bring their linebackers up close to the line of scrimmage, and that makes it really, really tough for Gowanda Pine Valley to run.
It's going to be 2 backs in the backfield, quarterback under center for Gowanda here on 2nd and 3. And they got a very nice spot from the referees after that carry.
Yeah, that's for sure. Good for them.
And
blitzing.
The CSP shows blitz. There's the snap, a handoff right up the middle. He gets past the defensive line, but he's met by the entire linebacking core.
Yeah.
Man, CSP's second wave was just ready to go there.
Yeah, now that play had the potential to work. And again, they get a favorable spot, and I think that'll be their second first down of the first half. They're still 20 yards from crossing the 50 for the first time. But we were definitely in blitz mode there, and they picked up the blitzing linebacker, and if they were able to get past that second wave, that would have been a very productive play. But, not so. The CSP defense is very quick, really nice lateral movement, and very sure tacklers.
Yeah. Alex Barmore came back from 3 yards deep in the backfield to help with that tackle. Quarterback under center again, 2 backs in the backfield on 1st and 10. There's the snap. And it's a dive play to the left side. He gets past the defensive line again, and he breaks a tackle and up there for very close to a first down. Stop finally made in there by Austin Graves.
Yeah, there again, they caught us in the defense that was just perfect for their play design. It looked like a trap play, and we also blitzed the linebacker. So between the trapper that achieved a block and the blitzing linebacker that ran past the ball carrier, that allowed Gowanda Pine Valley to make another first down, and they're on the 42-yard line and 8 more yards to go to break the 50.
6 minutes to play here in the halves, 28-0 CSP. Gowanda moving for the first time, 2 consecutive first downs. Quarterback under center. We're going to have motion from left to right, and they're going to fake the jet sweep and dive the ball, and gets past the defensive line, but he's met there immediately by looks like it's going to be Austin Graves again. 2 plays in a row for Austin Graves.
Well, and with the improvement in field position, Gowanda Pine Valley has been very productive on these last 3 plays. That was a really nicely designed play. They had some motion to the near sideline and handed the ball off on the inside, moving to the far sideline, and caught us outside of our lanes. And, they've had 3 positive rushing attempts in a row.
Coming back to the ball now with 5:20 to play here in the half. Same formation, and the Wolfpack all very tight to the line, expecting a run here on 3rd and 5. Still waiting for the snap. There's the same motion from the last play. They attempt the jet sweep and fumble.
There's a fumble. Yep.
They attempted it. It was a very late attempt at a handoff, and it looks like Colin Ryan came up with the ball.
No, I think they're going to give the ball to Gowanda, but it's now going to be 4th down and a definite punting situation for them. All those blitzing linebackers that they've been picking off, they forgot to this time, and big loss on the play. Really nice play on the part of the CSP defense.
As soon as you make any mistake against this team, they swarm. And it's like they smell the blood in the water.
Yeah, very few individual tackles out there. Essentially every play is 2 or 3 guys just gang tackling. And
Panthers came out and lined up like they were going to go for it and then call the timeout.
Yeah.
I think they want to see how CSP lined up defensively.
Well, and I thought I missed a down there, but I do believe it's 4th down.
3rd down on the scoreboard.
Yep, I did miss a down then.
I thought it was 4th down as well. So.
Yeah. Great minds travel in like circles.
That's
Josh.
right. 4:24 to play here in the half. 28-0 Wolfpack, and we're starting to see, as you said, Gowanda kind of had some sustained movement there for a while, but now they've kind of seemed to stall out the last 2 plays. We'll see if they can recover here on 3rd and 14.
Well, CSP basically has 9 guys in the box. Again, there's just no way that I can see that Gowanda Pine Valley has the offensive line that can protect for the quarterback to get the receivers 8, 10, 12 yards down the field to hopefully complete a pass. So that allows CSP to bring 9 guys up into the box, and that makes it really, really tough to run on.
Yeah, absolutely. As we're getting close to halftime, the Corry Federal Credit Union halftime show will be coming up shortly. we'll be talking about what we saw in the first half and some things to look forward to in the second half. But we still have 4:24 to play here in this half. And the quarterback's going to come out in the shotgun now on 3rd and 14. 2 backs, 1 to either side, and a receiver wide to both sides, 2 to the left. And we'll wait for the snap. Wolfpack showing blitz. There's the snap. They drop back into coverage, but not a whole lot of time. He really airs one out, and there is not a receiver within 40 yards of that thing.
Oops.
The only players anywhere near it were Carter Brink and Jordan Mescal. Everybody else.
Well, I'm going to throw in the CSP manager. I think he was the one that was actually the closest to that ball. So, yeah, that was just a strange play. I don't think that the wide receiver fell down. Maybe he did a little square out in the short range, and the quarterback threw the ball deep. But it certainly had no chance of doing anything positive.
4:18 to play now as they set up to punt. Back deep for the Wolfpack is Hinsdale and Brink. And the punt is maybe deflected. It kind of took a weird bounce, and they'll just let it roll. And it does actually take a pretty nice Gowanda roll before being downed at the 26-yard line.
21-yard line.
21-yard line.
Well, with 4 minutes to go, I would think that CSP will probably try to get one more score here before halftime. They pretty much have been moving the ball at will. Defensively, they've been stifling. Again, Gowanda Pine Valley has not sniffed crossing the 50-yard line. So it's just been a half of domination for CSP and kind of what we anticipated in the beginning, particularly when they didn't have their starting quarterback. But I really don't think it probably made a whole lot of difference.
I mean, we knew we were going to see one team that was excellent and one team that's trying to get better tonight. Catney's back to pass. He throws it up into double coverage.
Yeah.
And I believe, we'll see how they roll it. It looked like it was intercepted. And it was. It was intercepted by the Panthers.
And the Panthers.
Yep. Yeah, now, that was not the greatest pass in the world. He was under pressure, so he was forced to throw the ball a count sooner than he wanted to, and he threw the ball up into double coverage, and the Gowanda Pine Valley kid made a really nice play on the ball. And again, now they crossed the 50-yard line on that interception.
Yeah, Kyan Austin with the interception. He's one of their better receivers, so good hands back there in the secondary. And kind of the same thing we talked about with the previous interception for Gowanda, throwing into double coverage, under pressure, not getting all of your your stepping on your mechanics leads to that happening. 28-0. CSP leads. 3:58 to play here in the half. And Gowanda going to try and make something of this interception. Quarterback in the shotgun.
Yeah, and well, they should. They have some time here. They're in their own half of the field for the first time, and there's a pass completion.
And complete a pass to the right side. He gets around one guy, gets around another. He turns it up, and he gets a gain of about 20 on the play before being brought down by Bryce Hinsdale. And he, on that play, ran over Jordan Mescal, who's usually a pretty sure tackler.
Yeah, that was really a really nice play on the part of the Gowanda Pine Valley receiver. A little boost of confidence with that interception. Ball on their own half of the 50 for the first time. They're hoping to sneak a score in here before the end of the first half.
Their biggest offensive play of the game right there. 1st and 10 at the 20, so they are officially in the red zone for the first time today. Quarterback again in the shotgun. 3 wide to the left. Still taking their time with the snap, and there it is. He's looking to pass again. Good pressure from CSP. He's got a man and overthrows him. Intended receiver was Winter Rivera.
Yeah, that play had little to no chance of succeeding. CSP had the receiver pinned to the sideline, and the ball was actually thrown out of bounds. So not much of a chance to complete that. But at least they are protecting the quarterback here. The last couple of pass receptions, he has had a couple 3 seconds to throw the ball. So maybe that'll bode well for the second half for them.
3:17 to play in the half, 28-0. It's 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Gowanda Pine Valley Panthers. They break their huddle, come out in the shotgun with 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. And they're trying to get that isolated coverage for Rivera on the one-on-one side. There's the snap, and it'll be a draw play up the middle. 33 on the carry. And Slade.
Well, that was a really well-designed play. I mean, CSP is in their pass defense mode, and a little delay on that draw play, and a really nice 19-yard run for the kid.
This is the first point scored on CSP in 6 quarters of football. So their defense has finally given up some points since the Waverly game.
And I don't think we have any of our 2s in there either. So congratulations for Gowanda Pine Valley on that touchdown drive after the interception, capitalizing on that turnover.
They come out looking for a 2-point conversion here. Quarterback in the shotgun. Waiting for the snap. There it is. He's looking to throw. Looking to his left. Comes back towards the middle and just overthrows his receiver in the back of the end zone. 2-point conversion is not successful. We're going to send you to commercial real quick. 3:11 to play here in the first half on the 98.9 Sports Stream.
Support for coverage of Wolfpack football on the channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is provided in part by Triple E Manufacturing and Design. Triple E Manufacturing and Design offers equine products, promotional items, embroidery, and printing services. Located at 117 Osborne Street in Sherman and at tripleemfg.com. Phone 800-295-4282. The Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream thanks Triple E Manufacturing and Design for their support.
Support for Wolfpack football on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is provided in part by Utegg's Body Shop in Corry, offering collision repair and refinishing along with frame straightening services. 699 East Smith Street in Corry or at uteggsbodyshop.com. Phone 814-663-2562. Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Uteg's Body Shop for their support.
Welcome back to Pine Valley as we get ready for kickoff here with 3:11 to play in the half. Pine Valley Gowanda just scored their first touchdown of the game. They trail 28-6 to the CSP Wolfpack. And there's the kick. It's a bit of a squib kick. Bounces, and they're going to let it bounce all the way back to the return man. And initial grab at it misses, but he still picks it up and takes off with it. Breaks one tackle. He's going to be at the 40 and ran out of bounds between the 40 and the 45-yard line.
Wow, that was, I actually thought his knee was down when he picked up the ball, which would have blown that play dead. But very fortunate to have had such a nice return on that play on the far sideline. And
I believe it was Jordan Mescal on the
yeah,
return.
I couldn't really, being on the far sideline, I just couldn't tell the number and didn't want to call the wrong one. But I think that you're right, Josh.
The lights here in Pine Valley, they're bright enough for football, but it is kind of hard to see numbers across the field at times.
Yep, absolutely.
3:03 to play, and did Pine Valley score too fast and give the Wolfpack too much time here?
I think they were just happy to have scored.
Wolfpack coming out now with Tate in the shotgun, 3 wide to the left. And they keep that slot guy kind of in that modified tight end fullback position. There's the snap, and it's a handoff to the left side. He's met in the backfield. Oh, no.
No, that was a pass. Nice pass.
Man,
nice fake.
I bit the handoff fake for
did.
sure.
Yes, you
pass
did.
to the right side, and it was to Alex Barmore, and that play was broken up in the backfield and for a loss of 6 on the play.
Yeah, a little life on the part of Gowanda Pine Valley here at the end of the second quarter. A nice 3 or 4 play scoring drive and a nice defensive play to start our possession here.
And Tate looking to pass downfield. He has plenty of time. He throws it up. Carter Brink trying to create
that's
space.
A flag.
And the defender basically just ran into him before the ball came down. No flag on the play.
Whoops.
I think Carter was a little surprised he got nothing there. He kind of put himself in a great spot. The ball was thrown short.
Yeah, and he turned around to present himself to the ball, and then the defender just flat out ran into him, and I was waiting for a flag, but both officials were about 20 yards from the play, and neither one of them had the chutzpah to throw it down. So
3rd and 15 now for the Wolfpack. 3 wide to the left, and there's the snap. Tate has some time. Pressure coming from the right side. He steps up, fires, and a deflected pass is caught, and he's off to the races. It is.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow. He just outran the entire secondary. Bryce Hinsdale.
Wow. Now, that's speed that we haven't seen a whole lot of. But he just made a great catch to begin with. But then he just turned the afterburners on and split both defenders into the end zone for a touchdown.
And check that. It was Alex Barmore on the play, not Bryce Hinsdale. Sorry about that. The camera was a little bit offside, so sorry for those of you watching the live stream. We had kind of bumped it a little bit there, so you didn't get to see that touchdown. But Alex Barmore just burned everyone down the right side of the field, came right back to the middle and ran right past the secondary for the CSP touchdown. 34-6 as they line up for the extra point. Waiting the snap now. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and it is good, but
ouch.
Did you see that? Bryce fell down there after some contact to his right leg.
Yep.
So it's 35-6. And Bryce is walking off on his own power, so I don't think there's anything to worry about there, but probably should have been a roughing the kicker call. I think they're kind of swallowing their whistles a little bit right now.
A little mercy call. Yep, a little mercy. No call.
35-6, 2:10 to play here in the half. And we were just talking about Gowanda having some momentum, and then
boom.
Yeah, Alex Barmore says, I don't think so. I'll take your momentum back. Thank you.
Boy, he showed some really nice speed on that play. You know, you're thinking that most teams' defensive backs are small, quick, fast guys, but Barmore just split the two kids that were available to make the tackle, and neither one of them, I don't even think either one of them laid a hand on him.
And Alex, we know, has a D1 offer from Mercyhurst. May not be his only D1 offer by the time the season's over. Big, tall, fast, athletic receiver. He's a lot like his brother Cam, and it's fun to watch for sure.
Yep, another one of the Fab Four.
And it'll be Braden Smith deep for Gowanda Pine Valley as we get ready for the Hinsdale kick. And the boot's in the air. Smith trying to field it, and he will at his 5-yard line. He's up to the 10, the 15. He's up to the 20 and tackled at the 22-yard line. Pretty decent return there, and tackle made Sawyer Whitney, one of the guys in there.
Well, again, it's nice that a freshman has an opportunity to come here and play on special teams, give him a chance to get used to playing varsity football early in his career, and again, not be expected to be the go-to kid. So a really nice opportunity for Sawyer and a really nice athlete that we're looking forward to seeing for the next 3.5 years.
1st and 10 at the 23, 2:05 to play. A 35-6 game so far here in the first half. We're getting closer to Corry Federal Credit Union halftime show, but we'll see what Gowanda does here with this 2 minutes that's left on the clock. They come out in the shotgun.
Now, deep in their own half of the field, I got to believe that they're just going to eat it, but what do I know?
And it is a dive play to the left side, gain of a few on the play, tackle made by Colin Ryan.
Yeah, they just don't have, especially when field position is an issue, they just don't have the offensive weapons to have, a great down and distance. The one drive that they did score on, again, it was after interception, and they had the ball on their own side of the 50 for the first time. So deep in their own half of the field, I got to believe they're just going to let the clock run out and lick their wounds and reorganize at halftime.
2nd and 8 for the Panthers now with 1.5 minutes to play in the half. Quarterback in the shotgun. Clock rolls down to 1:20 to play now. Still waiting for the snap. He's definitely using every bit of the play clock he can. There it is. He's going to throw the wide receiver screen to the left side, and it's incomplete over the receiver's head. So they'll stop the clock.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what they didn't want to do, but if you're trying to run the clock out, probably throwing the bubble screen to the far sideline is probably not your best option.
1:08 left on the clock. It's 3rd and 9 for the Panthers as they go back to the huddle and changing personnel right now, so they're going to go with a different formation or something a little different here on 3rd and 9. Wolfpack kept everybody in the same, nothing changed defensively there, and here come the Panthers out of the huddle.
How about a quick kick?
And it looks like they're going to be in that pistol formation again that they started the game in, with 2 wide to each side and 1 running back in the backfield. Waiting the snap now. CSP showing blitz, and they do. It is a dive play, and he's met right in the hole, and Brian Gomez on the play for the Wolfpack. He sniffed that thing out before it ever even was snapped.
Yeah, I'm really surprised at that because, we were essentially in a prevent defense. Our linebackers had moved off the line of scrimmage as opposed to being on the line of scrimmage like they were. But we were still able to knife through the offensive protectors and make a tackle for a loss on the play. And it's going to be 4th down, and I don't know if we'll get a punt return out of this or not.
Did CSP call the timeout? Did you catch that?
No, I think that Gowanda did, and I don't know why they did. But
they could have run that clock down to about 20 seconds there.
Yeah,
so with 1:01, they're going to give the ball back to the Wolfpack again. And as you said, there could be a kick or a punt return here. But even if you get the ball back with no return, you start at midfield. And I mean, they can go the distance pretty quickly.
Yeah, and at this point, with essentially a minute to go in the first half, unless we get a big punt return here, I would have hoped that Coach Harper would take a knee here at the end of the first half, ahead 35-6. The outcome of the game is certainly not in doubt.
And here we go. Punt formation looks a little different this time for the Panthers, and the kick is blocked. Kick is blocked. It's high in the air and goes out of bounds at the 27.
Yep, and I don't know whether it was just a bad kick or we got a piece of it, because we do have a flag on the play. So that's going to be roughing the kicker if we didn't get the ball. And I actually think it was just a bad kick. I think it went off the side of his foot because he knew he was under pressure. But if he got a piece of it, it's not a flag. But that's not the way the officials are acting. The head umpire, Chad Bongiovanni, is conferring with his partners. And, yeah, it is roughing the kicker. So that's going to be an automatic first down. And
roughing the punter.
It's an interesting call. I mean, I thought it was a blocked punt, but he might have just missed the ball.
I do. I think he just kicked it off. I think he sensed the pressure and knew he was in trouble and tried to get the kick off, and it just went off the side of his foot. And, I didn't hear that thud that usually happens when – not that I hear that great to begin with. I know that's what everybody's saying. But I didn't hear that thud, and I thought he just missed the kick. So I would hope they would just run the clock out here. I just don't see them scoring 60 yards away from the goal.
Two backs in the backfield, quarterback under center. And when I said it was a different punting formation, they had an offensive lineman back to punt.
Yeah, there's
a flag on the play. So right now they got the Wolfpack kind of moving around a little too much right now, and they're anxious to try to get to the ball. That flag is going to be on Matthew Redlecki. He's got to get the encroachment call, and he'll get pulled back off the field for now. I'm sure we'll see plenty of him in the second half.
Yeah, for sure. CSP defense has been stifling. Really, it was just the one drive after the interception, 3 or 4 play scoring drive on the part of Gowanda Pine Valley. But other than that, the CSP defense has been really good.
35-6, 54 seconds remain in the first half. CSP up big on Gowanda Pine Valley as we await the snap here. And it's a handoff to the left side. He gets through the line initially and is brought down by Tim White. And on the carry was Braden Smith for the Panthers. I've called Tim White's name quite a few times tonight. I'm not sure exactly how many tackles he has, but I'm going to guess it's 4 or 5 already.
Yeah, definitely one of the more aggressive CSP defenders. Done a really nice job here in the first half.
30 seconds, clock is still rolling. Gowanda will get one more snap here before halftime, assuming they let this thing run out. And they're going to go 3 wide to the right. Quarterback in the shotgun. Going to take a shot here, I think, just as time runs out.
I guess so, but I don't know why.
There's 10 seconds remaining in the half. There's the snap. He's back to throw. He's looking. He's throwing over the middle.
At least he has a receiver.
And he has a receiver, and it was caught.
Yep.
And now the Wolfpack has the ball.
Oh, well, he's got to be down.
He took it away from him.
Yeah, he's got to be down.
I'm not seeing any indication from the officials that he was down.
No, they had to be.
And they're saying it was an interception, yes.
Yeah.
Interception by the Wolfpack, and whether it was an interception or a fumble recovery, I believe Tim White's the one who came in with that football. End of the first half, it's 35-6 here in Pine Valley. We're going to send you guys out to commercial, and when we come back, it'll be the Corry Federal Credit Union halftime show.
Thanks for listening to this broadcast of CSP Wolfpack football coverage on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream at channel989.org. Stay tuned, the Corry Federal Credit Union halftime show is coming up shortly.
Wow. WHYP-LP Corry.
The Corry Federal Credit Union is the platinum sponsor of CSP Wolfpack football play-by-play coverage on the Channel 98.9 sports stream. The Corry Federal Credit Union would like to wish the Wolfpack the best of luck this season. The Corry Federal Credit Union has been serving the community since 1958. They offer a wide range of financial and banking services for you and your business. The Corry Federal Credit Union is located at 728 Worth Street in Corry, 56 North Main Street in Union City, 315 Main Street in Spartanburg, and online at corryfcu.org. The Channel 98.9 sports stream thanks the Corry Federal Credit Union, a not-for-profit organization, for their support of CSP Wolfpack football play-by-play.
This is Channel 98.9 music. This is Channel 98.9 music.
You are the only exception. You are the only exception.
And this is Channel 98.9 music.
So who the hell am I to expect a savior? Oh, if I only talk to God when I need a favor. But God, I need a
Corry's Radio Alternative, Channel 98.9.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I was sensitive to lights and sounds, so I built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. Sometimes I do the same things over and over, until one day I found out I had autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Bob Stye. I host the Grunge Garage. We take you back to the 1990s with all your favorite alternative and Britpop songs. I know you missed these songs, and you got them all with me. Plus, once an hour, we do mandatory Morrissey and a salute to my favorite, sad but mighty lyrical god. The Grunge Garage with me, Bob Stye. It's a trip to the 1990s, and you're gonna love it. Check it out every Saturday night from 8 p.m. to midnight, right here on Channel 98.9.
Talking to your kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
1 out of 5 Americans is disabled. That's over 60 million people nationwide. I'm Eric Hawk from American rock band Portugal the Man, and I'm here to tell you that it can be difficult getting back to work or finding a job at all following an injury or living with a disability. That's where NTI comes in. NTI is the leader in getting disabled Americans and American veterans back to work. If you're having a hard time finding a job or know someone that is, contact NTI at nticentral.org or hit them up on the phone at 877-248-8912. Go out there and get back to work.
Corry's only locally operated radio station is Channel 98.9. With your eerie weather, your favorite personalities.
Thank you so much for joining us on a Monday.
You see today local news, entertainment, and information around the clock. And Corry's modern rock. Channel 98.9, your one radio station.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You're bringing your daughter to a pop concert. Do you A, wear earplugs?
Isn't this fun, Dad?
I'll have a soft pretzel.
Or B, just roll with it?
Justin! OMG! I love you, Justin! I love you!
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on adoption, visit adoptuskids.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Angela Morton. I help bring awareness of drug and alcohol issues to rural areas. Let's talk about addiction. Did you know addiction is a medical condition that is treatable? Using drugs or alcohol changes your brain, and treatment can help people recover from addiction. If you or someone you know are struggling with drugs or alcohol or wonder if you might be addicted, help is available even if you don't have insurance. It's your life and your decision. It just starts with a phone call. Call 1-800-662-HELP and ask about treatment options in your area. This message is brought to you by Channel 98.9, Corry's radio alternative.
CSP Wolfpack football coverage on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream is powered by Lictus Oil and Propane and Climber. Family-owned Lictus Oil and Propane continues to supply liquids and fluids for agriculture, industry, and homeowners. Heating oil and propane services and off-and-on diesel fuel services are also offered. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Lictus Oil and Propane for being a major sponsor of CSP Sports.
Some people won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is often laced into illicit drugs and used to make fake versions of prescription pills. You can't see it, taste it, or smell it. Suppliers mix fentanyl into their products because it's potent and cheap, and the dealer might not even know. Keep yourself and others safe by knowing the real deal on fentanyl. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
We welcome you back out here to Pine Valley, New York, or I guess South Dayton, New York, Pine Valley High School.
Yeah. South Dayton and Cherry Creek is an old merger from 1940.
That's right.
Yeah.
And, this beautiful football field and 35-6 Wolfpack lead as we are in the Corry Federal Credit Union halftime show. And, Doc, beyond the obvious, what did we see in the first half that really stood out to you?
Well, I just think the obvious is the most important thing. CSP has a really nice Class D football team. Gowanda Pine Valley certainly rebuilding, not having their quarterback did not help them at all. I don't know when they knew he wasn't going to play, but if they knowed and he's walking down the near sideline here, looks pretty dejected that he's not in the game. But I can't believe he was going to make that much of a difference. If they knew during the week he wasn't going to play, that gave them time to prepare their young sophomore quarterback for the game. But if they just found out in the last day, then that makes it even tougher for Gowanda Pine Valley. But CSP's just got a really, really nice Class D football team. And again, the Fab Four, the first half is just a function of Bryce Hinsdale scoring a touchdown, Carter Brink scoring a touchdown, Owen scoring 2 touchdowns, Alex Barmore scoring a touchdown. So really spreading the wealth around and just an all-around really nice Class D football team.
You have to wonder how long the starters are even going to play in the second half for CSP. You want to give them some snaps. You don't want to sit them down yet. But I would guess halfway through the third, we're going to see them transition to the backups.
Yeah, and again, I'd love to see New York State have a mercy rule about the time we get another score or two. That makes it, 40-something to 6. And there's just no way that Gowanda Pine Valley is going to be competitive and win this game. And to have that clock continue to move, I think makes a lot of sense. But such is not the case.
Yeah, there's still wins in this for Gowanda Pine Valley. You did score against the best team in Class D without your star quarterback, and they can walk away from this and say, hey, we fought. We fought hard.
Well, it was a game of field position. I mean, every time they started deep in their own end zone or their own half of the field, they went nowhere. I guess that limited their offensive playbook that they had to offer. But after the interception, they had the ball on about the 35-yard line of CSP. 3 or 4 plays later, they score. So that opened up their playbook when they had a little better field position. But without that turnover, it certainly would not have been a scoring opportunity for them.
Yeah, and I think, looking ahead at the rest of Class D, I think Gowanda's competitive with that Randolph team we saw last week. I think that'll be a really good football game, especially with Carter Capozzi.
Yeah, and I did not see Randolph play. I got to believe, I know the Morrison kid was a sophomore last year, and he's back this year as a junior quarterback. And historically, they certainly have had some really good football players there. But I guess Portville must be a C because I think Portville's pretty decent as well. But
Portville merged with Cuba Rushford and moved him up to C.
Okay, I see.
So that's why they're up there.
Yep.
Otherwise, they'd still be down here hitting pretty hard because that's always kind of been their trademark as hard-hitting football team.
Yep. Portville has a nice program.
But you have Franklinville-Ellicottville at 1-1 playing Wilson at 0-2 tonight. The loser of that game could be in bad shape in the D. Honestly, if you're Wilson and you're 0-3, that's a tough road.
Right.
And Franklinville-Ellicottville, after losing to Tapestry last week, blowing that huge lead and giving up 20 unanswered in the fourth quarter, now you go up to Wilson and you lose. Then you start saying, what kind of team do we have here?
And Wilson was pretty good last year, but they They lost their star running back, which it's tough to replace those on a regular basis year after year after year. I would guess that Franklinville-Ellicottville will win that game, and then that's to start talking about next week. We're going to Franklinville, and that really is a major rivalry game for us. And Franklinville-Ellicottville fired their whole existing coaching staff, and they have a whole bunch of new guys there. So, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, it's certainly going to be a change of pace, and we're not going to be familiar with the new coaching staff. And I always liked Jason Marsh, who was their former head coach, but local political things happen.
Absolutely.
And so they have a new set of coaches, and Franklinville is a long ways away from Clymer, I will tell you that. I think it's damn near to Canada, if I'm not mistaken.
It is a very long ride up there, no doubt about it. One thing I'll say about that, the changeover of the coaching staff and things, they did install a new offense this offseason, so it's going to be completely different offensive plays. You can't just rely on what you already know. But I'm happy that we are 1 minute left in the halftime show before we mentioned looking ahead to next week, because that's the one thing that could have really caught up the Wolfpack tonight.
Oh, yeah. Coach Harper's really sharp about stuff like that. I'm sure that he's not going to let the boys let their guard down. But there's just no way in God's great earth that Gowanda Pine Valley is ever going to be competitive in this game. It just isn't going to happen.
Right.
We got to be getting close here to the opening kickoff, and
Got a minute left in the half.
Oh well, and then that brings us back to the opening coin toss. Gowanda Pine Valley won the opening coin toss, and they deferred, decided to let CSP have the ball first. So Gowanda Pine Valley will receive this second half kickoff, but after about less than a minute of the first quarter, maybe a minute and 8 seconds from what I remember your call was, CSP had scored, and that choice as far as deferring didn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, you can't let this team start fast, and that's what they did. If you're Gowanda now, you just try to win this half, or at least keep it close to even.
Yep.
If you can do that, that's a win for them. And, if you look at and kind of what I was building into with that, if you look at the rest of Class D, man, I'll tell you what, it's an open field. And if FE is down, if they really truly are down with this new coaching staff and the change in everything there, Gowanda's got a door. And it could be, and I said in my preseason previews this year, I thought Gowanda could compete for second or third in the class. I still think they can. Watching them tonight, they look like a very capable football team. Again, without their star quarterback and going against this juggernaut, not really a fair measuring stick for them as far as, scoring points and things like that. But I'd be interested to see how they do the next couple weeks as they run into some more Class D programs. We're getting ready for kickoff here. CSP getting ready to kick off to Gowanda Pine Valley to start the second half.
Well, I tell you, I thought it was a very clean first half as well. Sometimes when we have a blowout game, it makes it a little bit easier to have a little chippiness, but I did not get that sense in the first half.
Kick fielded at the 15, ran back to about the 28-yard line. Tackle made over there by 3 or 4 Wolfpack players led by, looked like, Tim White once again.
Yeah, your eyes are young. There's impossible for me to pick out a number on that far sideline.
Another player quickly in on that was Dalton Richter, I believe. Dalton Richter was the second guy there. He walked towards me after the tackle. Is the only reason I got his number, so don't feel too bad.
Okay.
So 35-6 game, and we'll see what Gowanda does as they start off on their own 29-yard line. They're going to come back and try and run the ball again, or if they're going to try and spread it out and move down the field.
Yeah, I got to believe they're going to try to run the ball to tight formation here. It looks like a running formation, but, to keep the clock moving, because there's just no way that they're going to compete in this game. And, to try to establish some presence between the tackles would make some sense. And, that's what they're going to try to do, but without much success.
Dive play to the right side. Colin Ryan was in the backfield before the ball got to the running back's hand. Cameron Slade on the carry. And they're running Slade and
Colin Ryan stops the Panthers with no gain.
Slade and Braden Smith in the backfield. Those are the two running backs, and they're just kind of going back and forth between the two of them. 2nd and 10 on the scoreboard now with 11:25 to play. 35-6 game, and the Wolfpack starter's still on the field for now. We'll start counting down to when that changes, and I'm going to guess probably in the next 5 to 6 minutes.
Well, Gowanda Pine Valley is certainly taking their time. They're running the plays in from the sideline, and, that allows them to manage the clock a little bit better, and, I think that's a good strategy.
taking their time for sure. Quarterback under center. The two backs in the backfield, same formation. They get set, and there's the snap. Run to the left side. He gets through the line and is brought down after about a 5-yard gain. It was Braden Smith on the carry and Dalton Richter on the tackle.
Yeah, that little trap play that they run has been pretty effective for them. Defensively, we just have to maintain our position there and not get taken out of the play on the trap block. But a nice 5 or 6 yard gain on that play, very productive. It's going to be third and a long 4 or a short 5.
Yeah, thinking ahead for Gowanda. I mean, that play works against most of the rest of the Class D.
For sure, for sure.
And they'll be under center again as we reach the 10-minute mark here in the third quarter. Same two backs in the backfield. That's Smith and Slade. Waiting for the snap, and the offensive line move there.
Yeah, that waiting patient game is a double-edged sword. The left tackle there just couldn't stay in his stance and moved, and that's an easy call for the officials, an automatic 5 yards.
Senior Logan Cooper with the offsides for the false start for the Panthers. So now it'll be 3rd and 9 as the clock continues to roll down to 9:45 to play here in the third quarter. 35-6 Wolfpack. And, not to make too much out of it, but the secondary of the Wolfpack has been flowing to the ball so quickly today that they're making a point of impact 2 yards past the line of scrimmage, which is incredible.
Well, look, we have 8 guys in the box right here, so I mean we know that we anticipate they're gonna run the ball, and of course as soon as I say that, he drops back to pass, but still being pursued, almost intercepted.
Running for his life, he throws on the run off his back foot, and it's Dalton Richter deflecting the ball, nearly coming down with it. And Richter was actually a little late to that side of the field. He wasn't the one in coverage. He was the backside safety coming across. Wolfpack shuts him down again. It's 4th and 9 now for the Panthers, and they'll set up to punt here.
And that incomplete pass does stop the clock. So,
9:19 to play in the third quarter. Brink and Hinsdale deep for the Wolfpack. And this is the offensive lineman again in to punt, Bryce McCoy.
They have struggled with the snap on this punt. Low snap.
He gets this one off, and it's to the left side, bounces about 5 yards in front of Bryce, and he'll let it bounce, and it's down at the 43-yard line. So CSP will start from their own 43. I'm going to guess this is probably the last time we'll see the starting offense.
Yeah, you think so? I mean, it's just I don't know what Coach Harper's circumstances were last week against Randolph with a similar score, when he pulled his ones. But, the 2s and 3s are in practice every day, and it's really nice to see them get some quality playing time as well.
The only hiccup or caveat to polling so soon is then your JV kids that are up get too many snaps on varsity and can't play JV on Monday. They're going to motion now to take in the shotgun. He drops back to pass and throws to his left side. It's caught for a first down, and he's run out of bounds at a gain of about 12 or 13 on the play. That is Bryce Hinsdale. And that's his 3rd reception of the game.
That's what I would have.
So he's 6 away from 4th place in New York State all-time reception.
Yeah, certainly had a great career, and looking forward to some positive movement on that list. Now, there's a nice little trap play of our own. Very useful, very productive, nice 7 or 8 yard gain.
So a nice trap play, and on the backside, Travis Owens faked a bad snap. I don't know if you saw his hands go up.
No idea.
But it was actually really well done. He faked a bad snap like the ball was out of control, and 2 of the linebackers on the close side were watching his hands instead of watching the ball.
A little trickeration on the part of the CSP Wolfpack.
2nd and 5 for the Wolfpack, and it's Catney's in the shotgun. 2 wide to the right, 2 to the left. He drops back to pass. He's throwing deep down the left side. He has a man, and he dropped it.
I think so, too. What a nice pass.
Alex Barmore, the intended receiver, and I think he had it at about the 20-yard line.
I do, too, yep. Again, on the far sideline, it's hard to get a great vantage point for that, but T-Cat had the ball in the air a good 40 yards, and it looked like at the last moment, Barmore broke away from the defender. It looked like he had a pretty clear shot at it, but just wasn't able to hang on.
Wolfpack comes back out in the shotgun now on 3rd and 5. 2 wide to the left, 2 to the right. Time to pass. The throw to the left side, and it's caught in there by Bryce Hinsdale for a first down and out of bounds, a gain of 14 or so on the play. Bryce, one more closer to that 4th place.
Yeah, just a nice little short-range passing attack there. 3rd and 5. We were probably in 4-down territory there with the ball on the 35-ish, and too far out for a field goal attempt. So we probably would have gone on 4th down. But a nice little square out for Bryce, and again, Tate's pass was very accurate.
And off to the right side, plunging forward through the line, gets 2 or 3 on the play is Travis Owens, and he's stopped in there by number 51, Mason Wilson, for the Panthers. We're down to 7.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Wolfpack up 35-6, and they are on the march down to the 27-yard line of the Panthers. There's the snap. It's the wide receiver screen to the left side, and he's off to the races. And he's gone.
Nobody touched him.
Untouched from the screen all the way to the end zone, 27 yards, and the Wolfpack strike again.
Did you get a number on that?
Still waiting to catch who it is. Wolfpack getting ready to go for the extra point here. I'm still trying to figure out who caught the touchdown pass.
Me too. Again, the far sideline, that was as far away from the action as we could be. I couldn't tell, but it was a great reception. And
I think it was Dalton Richter. I'm pretty sure that's who it was. There's the snap, and the boot is off, and Bryce's kick is good. And that makes it 42-6 with 7:20 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. We're going to send you guys to commercial on the 98.9 Sports Stream.
Coverage of CSP Wolfpack football is brought to you in part by Caflisch Pallet and Wood Services and Clymer, a leading provider of new, heat-treated, and recycled pallets and wood services since 1993. Find them online at caflischpallet.com. Phone 716-355-4354. Caflisch Pallet and Wood Services wishes the Wolfpack the best of luck this season.
This Wolfpack broadcast is brought to you in part by Cornerstone Restaurant and Bakery at 104 East Main Street in Sherman. The Cornerstone offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and baked goods. The phone number is 716-234-4002, or find them on Facebook. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks the Cornerstone in Sherman for their support.
Welcome back to Pine Valley. 42-6 Wolfpack, as you see the Hinsdale kickoff booming down to the other end. Fielded in there by Braden Smith, and he gets back to about the 25-yard line before he's brought down.
Yeah, really nice kickoff coverage tonight. Of course, our kickoff coverage is pretty good because they get utilized so often, but everybody's very disciplined, stays in their lane, ball stays in the middle of the field, and once there's contact, everybody converges on them, and very useful, very efficient kick coverage on the part of the Wolfpack.
Wolfpack defense comes out, and now goes back to the sideline as Gowanda Pine Valley wants to talk about it.
What's your strategy here, Josh? You're down 42-6, and you're halfway through the 3rd quarter, and you haven't crossed the 50-yard line all night. So
bear down and run the ball.
Yeah,
don't try and throw it. Don't get fancy, because the Wolfpack are going to pick it off and go for 6.
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir, Pastor. That's exactly what I'd be doing if I was them. But it's just a function of CSP being pretty good and Gowanda rebuilding, and it's been a good night. I mean, the weather has just been absolutely pristine. It's just the absolute, best weather you can have for a high school football game. No rain. It's just clear. Little to no wind at all. I've been very impressed with Bryce Hinsdale's kicking. I think he's kicked 7 in a row, if I'm not mistaken. 6 in a row anyway. And, really nice night for CSP, and looking forward to FE next week.
And the Wolfpack have moved to the 2nd string. The entire 2nd string defense is in for the Wolfpack, leading 42-6 with 7:05 to play in the 3rd quarter. And Gowanda's going to come out in the shotgun. So there goes our plan for running the ball.
Yep, well, they're playing against the 2s instead of the 1s,
There's
so
the
that
snap,
makes
and
a big
fires
difference.
to the right, to the left, intercepted immediately by, I believe, he's going to go back for about 20 yards. I believe it's Tim White with the interception right until he comes up from the bottom of the pile.
Well, he's played a whale of a game, if that's who it was. And again, on the far sideline, that is tough for me to get that number, especially when they're all happy for him, too. Just engulfed by the Wolfpack team.
Yeah, I don't know. It could have been one of the younger guys with a similar number to Tim. It could have been Jackson Wells on the play.
Yep.
or it could have been Austin Graves. I couldn't actually see the number. I could just see the 2. Couldn't see the second number. But great interception there by the second string for the Wolfpack. And how about that?
Yeah.
You know, you come out, you see the second string on the field, so Gowanda calls a timeout, tries to pull the trigger on a pass play and turn the ball over.
Yeah, and it was a poor pass. I mean, it was obviously a nice interception, but the pass was thrown right to the kid. But he did have the ability to catch it and make a nice return on the play. And going to be 1st and 10 CSP. Going to be knocking on the door here for another score. But we do have our 2s in as well.
So they'll start at the 12. It'll be Carson White under center. He now gets the offensive line set, and they're in a heavy formation. Pitch to the left, it's Sawyer Whitney. He's, grabbed by the helmet and thrown down after a couple of yards.
Yeah, helmet or a shoulder pad. It must have been shoulder pad because we both could see, that contortion, that odd way that he fell to the ground. But if we could see it from this far away, there's 2 officials that are within 10 yards of it. It must have got a shoulder pad, but it sure did look bad.
Call it a gain of 4 for Whitney on the carry. Actually, they're going to say 7 on the scoreboard. I don't see the marker is only 4 yards downfield, though, right?
Yeah, I see 2nd and 6.
Yeah.
Yep.
2nd and 6 now. At the 5-ish yard line, maybe the 6. There's the snap, a handoff up the middle. It's Whitney again. He's met in the hole and brought down after a gain of 1 or 2 on the play.
Sawyer Whitney, just a freshman. Really nice opportunity for him to get involved in the CSP offense, getting some time on special teams, and we do have a timeout on the field.
And with the injury timeout, we will send you out to commercial. Well, this is the 98.9 Sports Stream.
Wolfpack football on the channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is provided in part by Countertop Solutions, a proud supporter of Wolfpack athletics. Countertop Solutions wishes the Wolfpack luck in their pursuit of excellence on the field. Support for Wolfpack football coverage on the channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is provided in part by Crotty Chevrolet, located at 45300 Route 6 at the Y in Columbus. Crotty Chevrolet is proud to support the CSP Wolfpack. Play hard, believe in yourself and each other. Vehicles are available for viewing online at crottychevy.com. Phone is 814-581-4094. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Crotty Chevrolet for their support.
CSP Wolfpack coverage on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream is provided in part by Steve Daniels Electric and Flicks Heating, Plumbing, and Air Conditioning, located at 147 East Main Street, Corry, PA. They offer residential and light commercial new services, as well as electrical repairs, well pumps, and water conditioning systems. Phone 814-665-6034. Online at Flicks Heating, Plumbing, and AC.com. We thank Steve Daniels Electric and Flicks Heating and Plumbing for their support of Wolfpack football coverage.
Wolfpack football on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is provided in part by J. Edwards Insurance, with offices at 9 East Main Street in Panama and 800 West 3rd Street in Jamestown. J. Edwards Insurance is always available for a review of your home, auto, and business insurance. We treat you like family. Best of luck to the Wolfpack this season from J. Edwards Insurance, serving New York and Pennsylvania since 1957.
Wolfpack football on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is provided in part by Necker's Company General Store, providing Clymer with groceries, apparel, gift items, and so much more for over 100 years. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Necker's Company General Store for their support.
CSP Wolfpack football coverage is brought to you on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream by Jim's Automotive, located at 13250 Route 6 in Corry. Phone 814-664-9602. Offering a full line of auto parts, propane filling, and more. Jim's Automotive wants to wish the best of luck to the Wolfpack this season.
And just to update the fans, there's still an injury on the field, a kind of sustained longer injury here. We're going to send you back to commercial. Just wanted to update you before we did so.
This broadcast of CSP Wolfpack football coverage is sponsored by Meerhoffs Furniture and Appliance, providing refrigeration, cooking, dishwashers, and laundry appliances, and furniture for bedrooms, dining rooms, living rooms, and more. Meerhoffs is located at 128 West Smith Street in Corry. and online at Meerhoffs.com. Channel 98.9 Sports thanks Meerhoffs for their support.
Support for CSP Wolfpack football is provided by Sherman Country General Store at 177 West Main Street in Sherman, providing gasoline, groceries, and more. Phone 716-761-6181. Go Wolfpack from Sherman Country General Store.
Support for CSP Wolfpack football coverage is provided in part by Tina Dills, ERA Team VP, licensed real estate agent, serving the Wolfpack listening area and all of Chautauqua County with real estate services for buyers, sellers, vacation rentals, and all relocation needs. For more information on how to get your move going, Tina can be reached at 716-397-7790. Tina Dills and the ERA Team VP agents wish the Wolfpack the best of luck.
Support for coverage of Wolfpack football on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is provided in part by Triple E Manufacturing and Design. Triple E Manufacturing and Design offers equine products, promotional items, embroidery, and printing services. Located at 117 Osborne Street in Sherman and at tripleemfg.com. Phone 800-295-4282. The Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream thanks Triple E Manufacturing and Design for their support.
Support for Wolfpack football on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is provided in part by Utegg's Body Shop in Corry, offering collision repair and refinishing along with frame straightening services. 699 East Smith Street in Corry or at uteggsbodyshop.com. Phone 814-663-2562. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Utegg's Body Shop for their support. CSP Wolfpack football coverage on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream is powered by Lictus Oil and Propane and Climber. Family-owned Lictus Oil and Propane continues to supply liquids and fluids for agriculture, industry, and homeowners. Heating oil and propane services and off-and-on diesel fuel services are also offered. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Lictus Oil and Propane for being a major sponsor of CSP Sports. The Corry Federal Credit Union is the platinum sponsor of CSP Wolfpack football play-by-play coverage on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream. The Corry Federal Credit Union would like to wish the Wolfpack the best of luck this season. The Corry Federal Credit Union has been serving the community since 1958. They offer a wide range of financial and banking services for you and your business. The Corry Federal Credit Union is located at 728 Worth Street in Corry, 56 North Main Street in Union City, 315 Main Street in Spartanburg, and online at corryfcu.org. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks the Corry Federal Credit Union, a not-for-profit organization, for their support of CSP Wolfpack football play-by-play.
And we welcome you back out here to Pine Valley, and unfortunate scene on the field as a Pine Valley Panther player is being taken by ambulance.
Yeah, and I really can't determine what type of injury he has. They have brought the gurney out, and I don't know. I don't see a backboard. But you know, important thing is player safety first, and we want to make sure that they take as good a care of them as they can on the point of the scene. And but it is going to be a few minutes while they get him strapped up and put on the ambulance.
And while they're working on this injury, not to I guess go too far off topic, but you mentioned next week Franklinville, Ellicottville, and you know we can look ahead at what's coming for the CSP Wolfpack. Franklinville, Ellicottville, big away game next week will kind of determine who's the big dog in the D division, and obviously CSP is going to be favored in that game. Then they'll turn and host Lackawanna, who is a top-tier B program in Western New York. Yeah. Lackawanna has 3 Division I commits, I believe, including an absolute star at middle linebacker, who is going to bring, you know, absolute. Hopefully, hopefully for CSPs, they can keep them under control and prevent them from causing pure havoc. So that Lackawanna game will be a big one.
And I believe that's on the road. Is that game not in Lackawanna?
That one is in I'm not sure if it's in Panama. I think it's in Panama.
It's a home game. Okay.
Yeah. So that'll be October 5th in Panama at 1:30. And then they play Lakeshore at home the next week. So 2 more, out-of-class games. And then they get back to the class when they play the final 2 weeks of the season, which will be Wilson and Cat Little Valley. So that's the schedule to come for the Wolfpack as they continue to work on the injured Gowanda Pine Valley player.
Well, the good news in my book is that it's not a head injury. When the player's down motionless for that long, you're always concerned about head or neck or spine injuries, and it looks like they're concerned about a leg. I wouldn't be surprised if he has a pretty significant leg injury because he wasn't moving around much. But we'd rather fix the broken bone in the leg rather than have a head or a neck or a spine injury to deal with. So, a little silver lining to the cloud, but he's definitely going to be put on the gurney and put in the ambulance and taken off to the hospital, and we wish him nothing but the best. And, I did not see the hit or the collision. He just remained on the ground, after the play, and I don't have any other information than that.
Yep, so they just informed us it was Cameron Slade who's injured on the play, who is probably the second biggest star for Gowanda Pine Valley. He's been carried the ball the majority of the times today, made some great tackles for them. So another key player here for Panthers.
Yeah, you got to figure that Capozzi, their quarterback, had to be one of their best, if not their best player. And this kid is just a good, hard-nosed high school football player on both sides of the ball. He's been very useful and very productive, and we certainly wish him well as he recuperates from whatever the severity of the injury is, and wish him nothing but the best. But they are going to be moving on to certainly a sub for him.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to see a player of that caliber, going on. It's unfortunate to see anyone injured, but a player like that who's a team leader and somebody who's kind of stood out tonight for them. So a tough loss for them, and hopefully he does recover quickly and can get back on the football field. Speaking of injuries and folks who have our thoughts and concerns right now, the young lady who was injured in the 9U game for Bemis Point last week, who was airlifted off the field. My thoughts with her family is, from what I understand, she's recovering and everything's going to be okay there. But surely a scary moment for her parents.
Yeah, for sure. Not sure of any of the details of that injury, but that's a 9 and under football league.
Yeah. So it's the Lakeshore League, and it's the 8-man 9U. They call it rookie level. And she was a carrier on a play, carrying the ball, and was tackled from behind and had a leg injury.
So, and this is a tackle football league at age 9?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would respectfully but strongly disagree with playing tackle football at 10 and less. I just think that the potential for head injuries and cumulative effects are just not in the literature to support that type of thing.
It's tough to see those sorts of things happen, especially at that age, and it's tough at this age, and we're certainly disappointed for the Gowanda Pine Valley folks, and for Cameron Slade, however this is going to impact his season. Hopefully it's not a season-ending injury for him. Yep. But certainly a lot of concern being taken. Looked like they splinted his leg. I don't know if you actually caught a visual of that, but
Yep, I did, and that's we can confirm that it was a leg injury. It looks like a lower leg injury, maybe a tib-fib fracture of some sort. But my X-ray vision from here is pretty limited, so wish him nothing but the best.
Absolutely, and we've been in injury delay now for about 20 minutes. 5:17 to play in the third quarter. 42-6 Wolfpack, and their secondary. Or second string, I should say, has done a pretty good job to this point. But now both teams are going to kind of have to shake this off and try to come back out and finish this game. Tough to get past watching one of your leaders go down.
Yep, exactly. I mean, and I don't know if the officials are going to allow them 3 or 4 minutes to loosen up and stretch and warm up, or if they're just going to jump back into the game. But, I do believe, that's as long as halftime is, the 20 minutes. So, and I don't know. This looks like
the whole Panthers team has come back to the sideline.
Yeah.
Not sure they're going to stretch together right here on the sideline. And that's what they're
doing.
I
guess there's going to be a few, and rightfully so. I mean, let them loosen up for 3, 4, 5 minutes. Nobody needs to pull a muscle after that length of time, and The ambulance is now leaving the field, and I was concerned that maybe they were talking about calling the game after something like that. But it was just odd how the Gowanda Pine Valley kids came over to the sideline. But it definitely is a warm up, and CSP's stretching on the far sideline. But Gowanda Pine Valley is a little more organized in their stretching exercises. But it does look like we're going to resume play here shortly. And again, I believe the score is 42-6, and looking forward to the Jiminy Crickets.
I got you with it again.
Yeah, we're right by this massive speaker, and I've had about 3 mini heart attacks here tonight when they turn this on. But CSP's got a really nice team, and the non-league schedule we play is just absolutely brutal. I mean, if you talk about Waverly, you talk about Lackawanna, you talk about a couple of the other schools that we have on the schedule. We're really sharpening our teeth throughout the course of the regular season, and hopefully it pays dividends come playoff time.
One other thing to point out while talking about the difficulty of the schedule is that Tioga, the team that we're preparing for sure, has had a different kind of season than they did last year. So they graduated a ton of kids. They're 2-0. I mean, they're still winning, but they won their first game over Maryvale 27-6, and then they won their second game over Windsor, and they won that game in a much closer game, 31-20. And they are currently losing 25-0 to Shenango Forks. So Tioga will lose their first game in 2 years tonight.
Yep. We talked earlier about Shenango, and I thought it was Shenango Falls, but it is Shenango Forks, and they historically are a strong football program in New York State, and Tioga's really good. I mean, my experience with New York State football playoffs goes back to 1999 when J.U. Kulkrick was a freshman, and we played Cambridge at the Carrier Dome in Syracuse. And as much as this stuff means to me, for all the years that I've done this, the best team that I had seen in the D's was Cambridge that year. They beat our team 28-0, but I've taken Cambridge to a back seat to Tioga last year because I thought Tioga was really, really good.
Yeah, Tioga the last 10 years have been incredible, but the last 2 years in particular have been very, very good. But going to take their first loss in 2 years tonight. It's going to be incredible. Wolfpack come out with the ball, and it was a passing play, kind of a broken play that ended up being a pass to the right side, kind of like a shuffle pass. Loss of yardage on the play.
Yeah, and I think it was a design pass. I mean, I don't think he was trying to create something out of that, but it's one thing to run those plays in practice, but against the defense, it's a whole different thing. And the defender was in the way, and we're fortunate that it wasn't picked off. Actually,
so that must have been 4th down for the Wolfpack, as they've now done a change of possession. I'll be honest with you, after that long stoppage, I didn't realize it was 4th down.
Yeah, me neither. It was tough to keep track of all that, and no sense to kick a field goal in that situation as far as I'm concerned.
Right. Gowanda comes out now with 4 minutes to play here in the third, starting at their own 10-yard line. There's the snap, and it's a handoff up the middle. He's met in the backfield and brought down there. And the Wolfpack second string getting the job done right there.
Yeah, it's tough to know if Gowanda has started to sub in some of their 2s as well. But, our 2s and 3s, they're playing in practice every night. And it's really nice to see them get some varsity experience here because, throughout the course of the season, we're definitely going to have an injury or two. And it's nice to have some depth to be able to lean on.
Yeah, I want to make sure I say these guys' names who are involved in that. Jack Ayers and Mason Weber making that play. I don't get their names said on the radio every day, so I want to make sure I say it when they make a play. Second down now for Gowanda Pine Valley. Quarterback in the shotgun, motion from right to left, and it's going to be a sweep. He makes the corner, but there's not a whole lot of room. He turns it back inside for a gain of 5 or 6 more after making the corner, and tackle made there by number 52, and that's Troy Chambers for the Wolfpack. Is enough for Gowanda first down.
Well, the clock stops on every first down so that the officials can, allow the chains to reestablish their parameters. But it would be nice for this clock to continue to run.
It did run through that. So I don't know if that was an error by the timekeeper or if it's an agreement between the coaches to just let it run here. But
Yep, sometimes that happens. After that injury, there might have been a conversation between the coaching staffs.
The quarterback in the shotgun, and they're going to run that same sweep attempt, but they're going to actually counter the other way. Met in the backfield, brought down. Whole bunch of Wolfpack players there. Alex Redlecki leading the way for the Pack. Redlecki and who else was there? I believe it was Cameron Christensen that was also there. And Mary Fuller, I believe, also was the third one there. So how about that?
Yeah.
Haven't got to see Mary Fuller's name on the radio yet this year. So it's 2nd and 9 now for Gowanda. There's the snap. And it's going to be the wide receiver screen to the right side. Hit, but keeps on moving. Gets around one, gets around another, and drug out of bounds after about 13 yards. And a touchdown saving push out of bounds there. And the Wolfpacks just barely stopped that one from going for a big gain. I think Carson White made the stop.
Yep, and that was a really nice play by Gowanda Pine Valley. The kid is still, running hard, and the pass was on the mark, and was able to make a nice gain and a first down on the play.
So the clock continues to run. We're under a minute here in the third. 42-6 CSP leads, but Gowanda driving here up to the 37-yard line. Quarterback in the pistol again as the one running back behind him, 3 wide to the right. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He sends one up to the left side. Good coverage in
Nice
there,
defense.
and an interception made by Isaiah Burkholder.
Who are they going to give it to?
They just called it a reception for Gowanda.
Yeah, they both went up for it, and the officials felt the Gowanda kid came down with it.
Winter Rivera given the reception at the 31-yard line, and I mean they came down together, but I was pretty sure that was an interception by Burkholder.
Wishful thinking, my friend.
That'll be the end of the third quarter here in Pine Valley. This is the 98.9 Sports Stream.
Coverage of CSP Wolfpack football is brought to you in part by Caflisch Pallet and Wood Services in Clymer, a leading provider of new, heat-treated, and recycled pallets and wood services since 1993. Find them online at caflischpallet.com. Phone 716-355-4354. Caflisch Pallet and Wood Services wishes the Wolfpack the best of luck this season.
CSP Wolfpack football coverage on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream is powered by Lictus Oil and Propane in Clymer. Family-owned Lictus Oil and Propane continues to supply liquids and fluids for agriculture, industry, and homeowners. Heating oil and propane services and off-and-on diesel fuel services are also offered. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Lictus Oil and Propane for being a major sponsor of CSP Sports. The Corry Federal Credit Union is the platinum sponsor of CSP Wolfpack football play-by-play coverage on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream. The Corry Federal Credit Union would like to wish the Wolfpack the best of luck this season. The Corry Federal Credit Union has been serving the community since 1958. They offer a wide range of financial and banking services for you and your business. The Corry Federal Credit Union is located at 728 Worth Street in Corry, 56 North Main Street in Union City, 315 Main Street in Spartansburg, and online at corryfcu.org. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks the Corry Federal Credit Union, a not-for-profit organization, for their support of CSP Wolfpack football play-by-play.
And we welcome you back into the fourth quarter here in Pine Valley. 42-6 CSP leads, and the second string in for the Wolfpack for the last 7 or 8 minutes of gameplay. Unfortunate injury for Cameron Slade, being taken off a little bit ago in the ambulance, wishing him well. And Carter Capozzi did not play tonight for Gowanda Pine Valley. Those things impacting this game to this point. Gowanda is driving, though, at the end of the third quarter, and they'll see what they do here at the start of the fourth. Quarterback in the shotgun is going to be a handoff to the right side. He's met in the backfield, breaks the tackle, however, goes back to his left and has the whole field tilted. He's going to get the first down and more, but he's going to get caught and dragged out down around the 10-yard line. And that all
really nice effort.
Yeah, I mean he ran 20 yards towards the near side of the field, was nearly tackled, then ran all the way back to the far side of the field, and gained 22-ish on the play. Yeah.
Really nice effort. Number 15, Sawyer Whitney. We thought that Sawyer had him wrapped up here on the near sideline, but to the running back's credit, he was able to break that tackle and reverse field, and he's got to be a tired guy because he ran about 90 yards on that play.
Yeah, Kyan Austin, and he just came to the sideline. That's a sophomore wide receiver, so they got a couple more years of him doing that. Quarterback in the shotgun again. It's 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line with 10:45 to play here in the final frame of this one. Waiting the snap, and they're still taking their time there. And there's going to be a handoff to the right side. He gets past the initial rush from the defensive line, but brought down by the linebackers after a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, nice little patient juke on the part of the running back. Just doing a little pussyfooting and lackadaisy in there, but he was able to pick his hole and turn it into a nice gain on the play.
Cameron Enink on the tackle for CSP, and I've called his name quite a bit last week. This is the first time I've had a chance to say his name tonight.
Okay, let's try it. Let's try Einink.
Einink?
Einink.
Thank
there
you.
We go. I can do that.
That's why I needed you here.
That's it. Thank you. That's one thing I am good for.
2nd and 4 for Gowanda Pine Valley. 10 minutes to play in this one. It's 42-6 Wolfpack. Quarterback in the shotgun, 3 wide to the left. Long delay, there's the snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper up the middle. And how about that?
Well defended.
Wolfpack all over it. Cameron Einink on the tackle.
There we go. We got that one.
I was hoping he'd make another play right away.
Yeah, well, wish and you shall receive.
So it'll be 3rd and 4 now for the Panthers on the 4-yard line. They'd sure like to score another one here.
Yep, that's for sure. 42-6. They're taking their time, but they're certainly in 4-down territory. They haven't shown much from the kicking game as far as maybe kicking a field goal on 4th down. So I'm sure they're going to go for it and see if they can get their second score on the night.
And they break the huddle. Quarterback in the shotgun. Again, taking their time for sure. Wolfpack moving around a little bit defensively, but not showing blitz. Still waiting for the snap. There it is, a high snap, but he reels it in. He's going to make a throw to the right side. He has a receiver over there, and he catches it for the touchdown. Yeah. And that's Winter Rivera. Man, we've said his name quite a few times tonight for Gowanda Pine Valley.
Yep. Nice receiver.
And he created a little bit of space right there, and just enough to make that catch. Good, honestly, good defense by the Wolfpack, just not quite enough. Maybe a step and a half slow to prevent that from being a touchdown pass. And how about Jaden Fish, the sophomore, stepping in at quarterback tonight for Carter Capozzi? He gets a touchdown throw here. Got to give him some confidence, make him feel a little better about himself.
Yeah, for sure. That was a really nice throw into the corner. So, he has a lot more time to throw against our 2s than our 1s. And, yes, he made a fine throw on the play for a touchdown pass.
Fish in the pistol here on the 2-point conversion attempt. There's the snap. He's going to attempt a handoff, but the receiver actually, or the running back actually ran past the ball.
Yeah.
And Fish, unfortunately for him, does not get anywhere before being brought down by the pack. And several Wolfpack members in on that tackle, but led by Mary Fuller. So a 42-12 game. Clock is actually running right now as they're in a dead ball time. So they must have agreed to have a running clock in the 4th quarter.
I just think that's a nice play by Mary Fuller. It can be tough to be a girl on a guy's football team, but Mary's a tough kid, and it's nice to have her out on the field, and even nicer to see her make a nice play.
Yeah, I always love to have those moments where you can call out someone's name who, has earned their way onto the field, and that's certainly the case for Mary. So
something a little extra special there.
So 42-12. We do have a running clock here in the 4th quarter as we reach the 7-minute mark. The Wolfpack on to Franklinville-Ellicottville next week, and this Gowanda team, they're going to have to rebound and get people healthy. That's the next step for them. They can still compete in the D, maybe not compete with CSP, but they can certainly compete for 2nd or 3rd in the class.
For sure. And I think they play Wilson next week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So. And Wilson was 0-2, so
they're playing Franklinville-Ellicottville tonight. I haven't seen a score yet.
Me neither. But
Oh, an onside kick attempt, but it did not go 10 yards.
Yeah.
We get 9.5, and the Wolfpack dove on it.
Right. That was a nice play by whoever recovered that ball. Numbers 50.
Blaine Rumahi.
Yeah, there you go.
So he's a starting offensive lineman
Yep.
in there making a play for the Wolfpack.
Well, I tell you, he did just exactly what he should. The ball wasn't probably going to go 10 yards, but it might have. It went 9.5, and as soon as it got within proximity of him where he could just, drop on it, that's exactly what he did. He didn't try to do too much with it, just covered it up, and nice play.
So great effort there. We reached just under the 6-minute mark now on a 42-12 CSP lead. They'll start at midfield at the 50 after the onside kick attempt. And Carson White will be under center with 2 backs behind him. Sawyer Whitney, the tailback. And the give is to Whitney, and he plunges forward for a gain of 2 on the play. I think he was tripped up just as he went through the line. He didn't get very far. Actually, it's Tim White on the carry, not Sawyer Whitney. I correct myself on that one. So Tim White, the senior, getting a chance to play tailback now.
Yeah, it's tough to catch all those numbers. It just is. But it's nice to see the twos getting so much action here in the second half. And, as you alluded to earlier, the fact that he's a senior is not going to affect JV status on Monday as far as number of plays are concerned. And I don't think Sawyer's playing JVs anyway. So
there's the snap, a pitch to the right side. Tim White, he gets past the line of scrimmage but runs into a wall of defenders after a gain of 3 on the play. Mason Wilson leading the way for the Panthers on that. Man, he was a brick wall when White got to him.
Made an awful nice play defensively.
And we called Tim White's name quite a bit in the first half defensively. He made a lot of tackles, was good on coverage. So now he's getting the chance on the offensive side to run the ball a little bit. And I know, during camp and during 7-on-7s, he did run the ball for CSP a fair amount. So not surprising to see him back there.
And we're getting a little bit of moonshine on the field as well. The moon is rising on the far horizon.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. We'll turn the camera so you guys can see it. 4 minutes and 15 seconds to play here as CSP has a 3rd and 6. There's the snap, the handoff to the right side. And brought down in the backfield is Lincoln Gibbs on the carry. And Lincoln got some carries at the end of the game last week against Randolph. He's a hard-running kid, pretty fast, so it's nice to see him try to get the carry there. Unfortunately, not enough for the first down, so it'll be 4th and 6 for the Pack.
Yeah, I got to believe we're going to punt. Gowanda is going to end up with poor field position. Once again, it's been the story of the game for them, other than the one interception that they had in the second quarter that led to one of their scores.
3:30 to play. Barmore to snap. Hinsdale to punt. There's the snap, and the boot is away. A nice punt. Going to bounce and take a CSP bounce down towards the goal line and out of bounds at about the 2 or 3 yard line.
Yeah, just what Gowanda Pine Valley needed.
So Hinsdale's been standing on the sideline for, 45 minutes or an hour. Comes in cold and just a perfect corner punt.
Yep, the old coffin corner. Been working on that in his backyard, no doubt.
Absolutely incredible. And with 3 minutes to play now, the Panthers will start at their own 2 or 3 yard line here. And we're not going to expect them to do a whole lot here, right? They're backed up in their own end. There's 2.5 minutes left by the time they get on the ball. Probably just going to try a couple dive plays and go home.
Yeah, a belly 42, a belly 41, a belly 42, and let's get on the bus and go home.
So I'm trying to confirm a couple times now if that Toyota score I gave you earlier was correct. And by all accounts that I'm finding on X, they are trailing Shenango Forks 25-0 in the fourth quarter.
Well, Shenango Forks is probably really good.
2:10 to play now. Gowanda in the shotgun in their own end zone. There's the snap. A handoff up the middle. And tackle made there by the Wolfpack after a very short gain.
Well, Josh, we need to be thinking about our Crotty Chevrolet player of the game.
We do, and I think you and I both agreed at halftime, unless we saw something crazy in the second half, we knew who we were going to give it to. let's give it to him. What do you say?
Yeah, I would agree. I think that Owens is just a terrific pick. 2 touchdowns on the night. Certainly nice to include some other names in the Crotty Chevrolet player of the game, and he certainly was deserving with a fine effort on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, 2 big touchdowns that stretched this lead out and really put this thing away for the Wolfpack. Travis Owens is a hard-running guy, and it doesn't always pay off in huge numbers, but it did for him tonight. Great to see him get those touches and get those touchdowns. So, Crotty player of the game goes to Travis Owens. Congratulations to him. Minute and 15 seconds to play here. Gowanda in the shotgun again. Awaiting the snap. Motion from left to right. There's the snap. A pitch, and he's in trouble in the end zone. He barely gets away. He's out to the 5 to 10, and he's brought down there by the Wolfpack. Oh, he's still on his feet. Hard running effort there by number 32, and that is Damian Cedry. Tackle made by Austin Graves, among a few others from the Wolfpack side. 40 seconds to play in this one. So we have our player of the game. That's Travis Owens. Congratulations to him. We have the outcome for sure. This thing, I don't know if they're getting another playoff or not. It's 42-12. CSP has owned the night. And now we look ahead to next Friday night when we head up to Franklinville-Ellicottville for a very fun Class D matchup.
Yeah, for sure, and it's always a good one when you got to travel that far. Of course, we traveled to Waverly, so that's half that distance, but still, really nice facility over there, and usually a very competitive football game.
Great individual effort there by one of the members of the Wolfpack. I'm trying to catch the number as they go to the sideline. Making a tackle in the backfield, and I believe that was Lincoln Gibbs on the play. And that is the final whistle you just heard. Final score here, 42-12 Wolfpack. Doc, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Well, no, the pleasure's all mine, Josh. I've been really looking forward to it. I missed the first 2 games on the season, but I was with you in heart and spirit, but should be around for more games than not, and it certainly is fun to be a small part of the CSP program, and I thought the kids really played well tonight, obviously particularly in the first half, but got a really nice team. You just have to keep the nose to the grindstone and keep working away at it, and I think CSP is going to have a really successful season.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one to be part of. We're happy that the 98.9 Sports Stream is able to provide these games to you, and we want to thank all of our sponsors for helping make that happen.
Yeah, we need to thank those sponsors. 25, 30 years ago when I did this, they actually paid us in penny rolls, and we had like 3 sponsors for the whole season, and it's just a wonderful testament to the 3 communities to support these broadcasts like they do, and thanks so much to each and every one of our sponsors.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to wrap it up here from Pine Valley. 42-12 is the final score, and the Wolfpack moved to 2-1 on the season, 2-0 in the class.
Thanks for listening to this broadcast of CSP Wolfpack football coverage on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream at channel989.org. This broadcast is brought to you by the Corry Federal Credit Union, Lictus Oil and Propane, Meerhoffs Furniture and Appliance, Jim's Automotive, Flicks Heating and Plumbing and Air Conditioning, and Daniels Electric, Necker's General Store, the Cornerstone Restaurant, Caflisch Pallet and Wood Services, Sherman Country General Store, Triple E Manufacturing, Tina Dill's Real Estate Agent, Crotty Chevrolet, Utegg's Body Shop, Countertop Solutions, J. Edwards Insurance. Join us next time for all the action, channel989.org.
Wow.